Ah. Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Coming through on a starry night. It's yours truly, the illustrious Phantom Thief, Kurtis Hashimoto. Hi. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. Sorry I didn't stream like at all last week. I was hoping I could get at least one stream in before Anime Expo started, but I was like, I don't have time. There's something I need to finish up. I had to wrap up for Anime Expo and stuff. I was like, I don't have time. I gotta get the Anime Expo grind is like started happening. I have got to I can't have time to stream, so I'm so sorry. But we're here now. Hi She, hi Black Cat, hi Pressv, hi Jacob, hello. Hi. Yeah, I had to look up the meme. I did not know what you meant by do you or you not feel bonita. I'm not on TikTok. I may have a TikTok account, but it's pretty much deprecated. I only ever re-uploaded my YouTube shorts, and I haven't even done that in a while. So maybe I should re-upload or something with that, something with that TikTok account. I don't know. Yeah. I figured as much. I mean, I looked it up on No Your Beam. I'm not gonna lie. But hi, we're back. So yeah, I had a lot of things happened in the past, like, I guess it's been 2 weeks now. It's been nearly like 2 weeks because I took all of last week off, and then we had the one stream with Plum on Wednesday of the Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, but I mean, I didn't really have time to come chat with you guys. So yeah, a lot has happened. Stop people everywhere. I'm Unk. I've always been really bad at keeping up with memes. I don't know. But yeah, a lot happened. Obviously, we did Anime Expo, and then I also flew back to college to finish up a summer semester, which is where I am right now. My dad went to the hospital. That was unexpected, but don't worry, he's fine. That maybe we should save that for the end, because there's, I mean, I think we'll save that for the end because like there's a lot of things I could go through like sequentially. But yeah, he went to the hospital, but he's fine. I gave me a little bit of a scare, mainly because the way my sister told me, because I guess I'll tell this. I'll tell this now. Yeah, my dad went to the hospital like earlier this week because what was it? It was actually like, was it like 2 days ago or something? 3 days ago? But he's fine. He's fine. My dad has, okay, I guess I'm telling the story first. My dad has cerebral palsy, so he has like motor control issues, and in recent years he's been like confined to a wheelchair and everything, but he's a little bit stubborn, so he tries to like still move around as much as he can, which, I mean, good exercise for his muscles, but I mean also like there's a little bit of risk there. A couple days ago he like fell down and hit his temple on like the edge of the shower or something in the bathroom, and it like, and he's like cut. My dad has like insane pain tolerance though, because apparently he was bleeding out for like 45 minutes before the paramedics came. He kept trying to tell my, okay, hold on, I should back up. Apparently it was like 1 p.m. Pacific time, I think. What was it? I think it was 2 days ago, so it was on Thursday. He like fell down, and on that day my mom had just happened to go out of town for a business trip, and I had also just recently left back for college, so it was just my sister and my dad at home. And the day my mom leaves, and she was gonna return earlier that night, but the day she leaves, he falls down and like gets himself a massive cut on his temple. But like he's like, my dad's always like, it doesn't hurt. He's like has some insane pain tolerance. So he was sitting there bleeding out for like 20 minutes, and my sister's like trying to desperately get the paramedics. So by the time the paramedics came, he's been bleeding out for like 45 minutes, and he probably lost like a liter of blood. But he was conscious the whole time, and like he's fine. He just says it doesn't hurt, and they just stitch his head back to his head back together, and he's fine. Like they did a CT scan and released him. So it was a scare. I will say it was scary for me because, it was initially scary for me because I was in the mall when like I think like 3 hours later, when they were just sitting in the when my sister and my dad were just sitting in the hospital, my sister decided to call me. She just texted me being like, "Hey, are you in class right now?" I was like, "No, I don't have class right now. What's up?" And then she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna call you." And she tried to call me, and I actually hung up, but that's not important. I picked up back again, and then she was like, "Oh, why'd you hang up?" I'm like, I just accidentally hung up. What's up? And then she's like, "Okay, turn on video." And then she just turned on the video, and then I just see my dad, like, blood all over his face with a neck brace in a hospital. And my first thought is, oh my god, he looks like he got in a car crash. He looked like shit. Because there was, like, dried blood all over his face. But no, it was actually just, like, his temple. So, like, it was actually way better than it looked. But I was like, oh, okay, it's one of those days. I did not realize that you were calling me for this. Like, I was like, you couldn't have told me that this is an emergency. You just decided to call me and was like, yeah. Normally she just texts me and tries to call me about the most inconspicuous and inconsequential stuff. And then I was like, oh, okay, so it's one of those days. This is actually an emergency. Great, got it. Oh my gosh, Civil, hi. But yeah, anyways, my dad's fine. He's fine. Oh my gosh, I should probably change I think my microphone's a little bit loud, but no, he's fine. It doesn't hurt apparently. The fact that he lost like about a liter of blood, but the fact that he was like conscious the whole time tells me that like I don't think like it was anything life-threatening. And I'm also not completely surprised because this isn't the first time he's fallen over and had to get stitches at the ER. Because he's a little bit stubborn like that, but it's okay. My dad is fine. No, my sister was, I guess she was stressed, but she was, I think she handled it all right. But yeah, hi Civil, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, we went from 0 to 100. I hope you, wait, okay, well, I should probably introduce myself. I'm Kurtis Hoshimoto, the illustrious Phantom Thief. I stream here on YouTube, and yeah, hold on. Here we go. For anyone who knows. Thanks for. What were you streaming, Civil? It's been a while since last time. Anyways, that's a bit. We were gonna talk about AX. I provided. It's just something that happened over the past week. My dad went to the hospital, but he's fine now, so it's okay. He is totally okay. But yeah, streaming Minecraft. Ooh, I've streamed Minecraft a couple times, but usually with issues. And I guess Minecraft is one of those games that I played so much when I was in middle school that I get bored of it after maybe a week. So, I don't know. It's fun, but like I've done a lot in Minecraft already, especially in modded Minecraft. I modded the hell out of Minecraft when I was in middle school. My first time starting learning. Oh, okay. Scoffy Moto. But yeah, I came back. I went to Anime Expo last week. And I have, actually this is a good segue. I have a bunch of slides prepared for you guys. Here. There we go. I made a little slideshow. I actually made sure to take pictures this time because I think last time I took some pictures, but I didn't really collate them very well, I don't think. Also, hold on, chat is not showing up right now. Give me a sec. YouTube chat. Here we go. There you guys are. Hi. Yeah, so we do have slides. And I made sure to take pictures and actually collate them into something that was kind of nice looking for today. So yeah. Oh, hi, Double Red. Here we go. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have, actually, hold on. Should we put some, no, I was, sorry, my ADHD brain was like, maybe we should have like some memes or something on stream, just like in the bottom to like, some like GIFs to keep attention span. And I'm like, no, I'm forgetting. I'm ADHD pilled. I need GIFs for myself to look at. You guys don't need, do you guys want GIFs on stream that are related to what happened to AX? But yeah, we do have slides. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So if you guys don't already know, I'm personally from Los Angeles. Subway Surfer GIF. Okay, we'll put something that's vaguely related. We get the spinning fish. Okay, hold on. Okay. Sorry, I have ADHD. I looked at this. I'm like, man, there's some like empty space here at the bottom. We could totally fill that up with GIFs. All right, I'll put more and more GIFs as we go. But here we go. All right. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. This one is very relevant to what's about to happen. But yeah, if you guys don't already know, remember, I'm from Los Angeles. So for me personally, I know Anime Expo is like, oh yeah, Anime Expo is the biggest convention of the, like pretty much the biggest anime convention. I think in the West Coast at least. I don't know how big Anime Central or Anime New York are, but to my knowledge, it's the biggest anime convention in at least on the West Coast. I don't know. It's at least the biggest convention on the West Coast. Okay, no, hold on. I can't put the spinning fish on my forehead. This is gonna be too distracting for me. I have to put it somewhere else. Okay, if we want the spinning fish, we can put it somewhere else. But here, I'll put it with you guys. Chat, you guys can have the fish. But yeah, but since I live in Los Angeles, it's actually, for me, it's just the most convenient convention for me to attend. So I've actually been a long time attendee. Let's Google it. Yeah, let's see. How many attendees? Actually no. I should present the slides, but can someone tell me how many attendees are at Anime New York? But anyways, yeah, here. As you guys can see, I've been attending Anime Expo every year since 2015. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap between, there's a gap from 2019 to 2022, but that's because during 2020 and 2021 was the pandemic, so there was no Anime Expo. So technically, I have an unbroken streak since 2015. 6,700 attendees for Anime New York. It's actually kind of small, unless you mean 67,000, not 6,700. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, this is yeah. So I've been a very long time attendee of Anime Expo, and yeah. So I know the layout really well, and I don't know. So if you guys have any questions about AX, you guys can always feel free to ask me, because because I'm a bit of a veteran at this, I guess. But I am very lucky because I know the Anime Expo ticket is already very expensive. Back when I started, I think it was like $50 or something maybe. And it was also a much smaller thing. And then I think I remember the year it blew up. That might have been like 2018, I think. Or 2018, 2019. But yeah. Also, let's change the music a little bit here. I like this one. Alright, let's do something a little bit more cheery. But yeah, so I've been a very long time attendee of AX. I'm very used to this kind of thing, and yeah. So I know a lot of things that people see about AX. If you've seen anything about it, is probably has to do with like how people complaining maybe, or like how many crowds there are. But for me, that's kind of normal because I've essentially grown up with this. For me, this is just a yearly festival that happens. So it just comes around every year. It's like, for me, it's like returning. It's like Christmas, I suppose. It's just like, it feels like returning home. So I've always really enjoyed Anime Expo. Even though actually I didn't really, when I started going to Anime Expo, it was actually just because I wasn't even into anime. I just liked gaming, and I was like, oh, they probably got gaming stuff there. I got into anime a little bit later, but yeah. Okay, but yeah, for this year, as you guys have probably seen from the thumbnail, I decided to cosplay, and we went with, I decided to pick a character from Cosplay Princess Kaguya, which we actually did a watch-along stream of earlier this year. I really liked the movie. I liked it so much that I was like, I'm gonna cosplay someone. Just I thought it'd be a lot of fun, and Professional drawing model and cosplay. Actually, I wanted to draw myself cosplaying as like a little like oh, here's what I'm gonna be, like compensated artwork for me being gone, but I forgot. I didn't have time to do that. So if you want, sure, I might also do it. It was around 148,000. Okay, that's pretty good. I think that's probably comparable to Anime Expo. Just off like my gut. But yeah, I'll probably draw like myself a little bit in my own cosplay, which was actually this. So if you want to draw me too. But yeah, I decided to draw Kamazawa Noi, or I decided to cosplay as Kamazawa Noi. If you guys don't remember, if you guys didn't watch the movie, don't remember, there's like a rival. Cosmic Princess Kaguya is sort of like a almost like a VTuber type movie where like all the characters are like streamers and stuff, and there's like a rival group of 3 male streamers. You can see them in this picture. There's Mikado on the right here with the red hair, and there's Rai up there, who's like the blue, and then the pink over there is Noi, and they're all like they're in a group called Black Onyx, and that's what I decided to cosplay as. Also, yes, Noi is a guy. This is a guy. I'm fairly certain. No, I mean I don't know what. I don't know if they have pronouns, but I mean, from what I understand, Noi is voiced by a guy and also like meant to be like a guy. So this is a guy. I can actually provide proof. Had 422,000. Okay, I was way off because I suppose because I think I remember hearing Anime Expo having about 100,000, but that figure is probably from before the pandemic. So okay, yeah. Here, hold on. I have proof that this is that Noi is at the very least not assigned female at birth. Hold on. Hi, Anyan. Here we go. Here. What do they look like? What's their real life picture? Here. So, for my first bit of proof, Noi is the one with the pink hair in the back. So this is what they look like in real life. So so he's the middle one in the back. That's my first piece of evidence, and my second piece of evidence is this picture that the Cosmic Princess Kaguya YouTube channel put out, and I don't know, man. Noi looks flat here. Noi, they're like wearing Mikado's outfit because it's his birthday, but I don't know, man. Oh shoot, wait, hold on. I'm skipping ahead. But yeah, I don't know, man. Noi looks pretty flat in that to me. But anyways, yeah, that's my proof. Guys can wear dresses. No, yeah, I'm not saying this as like I'm not saying this as like proof that like I need him to be a guy. It's just like I think even if he was a girl, I probably would try it anyways. But because I just liked his character. But I think that was probably one of my partial motivations to try this, because I thought like I don't know. I think there's something about this I just really wanted to try. I couldn't really put my finger on it, but I just had a sense that I think I would look good in this. And I think I don't know. I guess whenever I cosplay characters, I usually try to cosplay them in like, or do ones that I think I at least feel strongly towards. If like, I think more recently it's been like more that I think that I can pull off. So I think the last cosplay I did was actually Kaito Kid, because I mean he's a Phantom Thief, and I have like the same build and everything, and obviously I have the personality. So that was something I could really associate with. And I think Noi is probably, I think Noi was something I was like, this is a challenge that I haven't done because, no, I thought Noi would be interesting because I haven't really done a lot with wigs before, but I thought, considering the build I have and also kind of I guess the way my personality has changed, I thought I could pull off Noi pretty well. So yeah. Was it turns out figure? So 422,000 total visits. Okay, so that's probably not. It's probably I would probably say maybe half that if it's just the turnstile figure. So maybe about 200,000 attendees this year sounds about right for AX. But anyways, yeah. Okay, so this was my cosplay. It actually turned out really cute. I spent like a lot of weeks doing this. I think I remember talking about like on stream a while back that there was this cosplay swap meet that happened in Long Beach, which is a city close to Los Angeles. But there's like a cosplay swap meet where I got some tips on how to style a wig. So I like they had like not only could you like do a bit of a swap meet for cosplays, but also they were doing there were like professional wig stylers there, like, you know, doing wig commissions for free, which was crazy to me because it was like a couple $100s they could cost. But I got some tips on how to style my wig. I had to order a new one because they cut the bangs too short because I have a really big head. But using what I learned, I basically spent a couple weeks styling the wig myself, and that came out really well, actually. Or it came out decently well for my first time. So that was a unique challenge. And I also spent a lot of time perfecting the makeup and really getting it right. Like, yeah, I really wanted to get the makeup for this right. So I spent a lot of time practicing and figuring out what kind of eyeliner shape I wanted to use and everything. And it came out pretty well, I think. So yeah, honestly, a boy, yeah, that's the estimate. He is really cute. Actually, I think whenever I do cosplay or I try to like do something, I tend to like almost method act with whatever I want to cosplay in order to like try to be in character and like, I guess like have immersion, I suppose, or like to immerse myself in the character. For me, when I like to cosplay, it's more than just wearing an outfit. It's like, oh, I want to try to be fully in character, and like try to almost present myself like I am that character for the people that I'm gonna meet at the convention. So if you guys remember the April Fool's stream when I was like doing like the aegyo, everything, the shoot and everything, and with like the hand, with like the heart with the hand, that's basically how I was acting the entire time I was cosplaying at Anime Expo. So it was something that I could attempt to do. It was alright. I think I had a good build for this too. So for this cosplay, so that's mainly why I want to try it, because it's close enough to that I think I can relate to Noi and do a good cosplay, like not just in terms of outfit, but in terms of like demeanor. But also it's an interesting challenge because it'll get me more used to like wigs and stuff. I've always liked cosplaying, but I think this is the first time I've taken it really seriously and tried to do like makeup and everything. So yeah. I also spent a lot, and honestly, I like Anime X. I've been talking a lot. We've barely started, but this is because I have a lot to talk about for Anime Expo. Anime Expo, like prep, because cosplay prep before like AX is maniacal, but it's a lot of fun. As you can see, I'm actually wearing a bag on my back because, you know, Noi has a bag. I actually had to I ordered this cosplay online, but that bag I actually made myself because I don't know if I can get if there's a good picture of it somewhere, but essentially this bag that Noi is wearing is a type of like traditional Japanese wooden shelf. Almost like the kind of like, if you've ever watched like Demon Slayer, you know how Nezuko sits in like a wooden box? It's kind of like that. It's like the same type of shelf. But obviously I wasn't gonna like have like an entire wooden box on my back because that would have been really heavy. But oddly enough, I wanted to be accurate because obviously this cosplay doesn't have any pockets, and I wanted a bag in order to be able to hold like my wallet, water, extra clothes in case I needed it, and like in case anything I want to buy. And since Noi already wears a bag in the anime, or in Cosmic Princess Kaguya, I figured, oh, I should just make it. It was surprisingly hard to find a to find a double-doored cabinet that was that small. Yeah, the Nezuko box. Yeah. Oh, hi V. Yeah, the thing at Nezuko is close up the bag. Unfortunately, I forgot to take a close up of the bag, but I think there are some good shots of what it looks like later in some of these later pictures, so I'll try to point it out then. But basically, yes, it was surprisingly hard to find a small-ish like box made of plastic that had double doors I could use for this. And I can't believe I actually found one to use. You guys are not gonna get. You guys would have no idea what I had to look up to find something I could use as a suitable box for this. Let's see here. Where is it? Oh my gosh. Hold on, I bound my slideshow to my keys. I'm trying to find the image of the product I used for this. Let's see where it is. Oh my gosh. For this box. Howdy. Ivy, hello. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're just going over some stuff. We're talking about my cosplay because this took me a lot of work. I spent like maybe the last 3 days of Anime Expo just making this backpack. But my gosh, where is it? It should be somewhere here. Hold on. Maybe I should just okay. I'm just gonna go to my summer's coming to a close. Ooh, do you mean your summer classes? Because my summer classes are just beginning, but I'm really glad. It's really nice to hear that it's coming to. Oh, summer courses are coming to a close. Mine are just starting, but that's awesome. I can't wait for mine to be done too. Here, I found it. Oh my gosh, guys, you guys have no clue what the frick I found for this. This is a baby bottle organizer that I found on on Amazon. That was the one thing I could find. This is the one product I could find anywhere that would be a suitable that would be a suitable prop to turn into a backpack without having to make it from scratch. It was a baby bottle organizer. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Do I have a good picture? A good shot of this? Okay, no. I think here. Let me see if I can give you guys a good shot of what it looks like on the front. Actually, wait. Hold on. I think it in the media channel in our Discord. I think Vic actually like screenshot. Actually, I cropped it. Oh my god, he did. Thank you, Vic. Thank you so much, Vic. Okay. Here we go. So I painted it pink, and then put some decorations on it. Put some straps onto it as well. Like drilled some straps into it to turn into a backpack. And the fact that it opens up on the top is actually movie accurate because in the movie, Noi also uses his backpack as a quiver. So because he uses a bow. So I was like, this is the perfect, most lore accurate thing I could find because it also opens up on the top. So this is perfect. Yeah, Vic is goated. Damn. Yeah, so it came out super well. I did have to on the back because I was gonna clear coat it in order to protect the paint finish, so it wouldn't chip, and also like I wouldn't like get paint on my clothes just in case like it flaked off the spray paint. But I think whatever matte clear coating I was gonna use on it was dissolving the paint job for some reason. I guess it wasn't compatible with the spray paint I used. So I just was like, screw it, and I was like, I can't do this. So I just like hot glued a layer of felt fabric on the back so the paint wouldn't rub off onto my bag if it did. But yeah, I cannot believe that this showed up on my Amazon page, the baby bottle organizer. There's no way I would have known to look that up, that was even a product. Okay. Anyways, yeah. I spent a lot of time just talking about my cosplay, but yeah, I mean, obviously it took me a long time because I had to put it all together and everything, and it took me a while, but it came out really well, and people really enjoyed it, and I was so ready to go meet Cosmic Princess Kaguya cosplayers because I thought they were gonna, because the movie was so popular, I thought there were gonna be a lot of them. Yeah, I do. Actually, the thing is, it's actually collapsible because I can like disassemble it because it's just plastic, right? So it's just like a snap fit. So I can actually disassemble it, fold it up, and then take it with me. And it doesn't have to take up this huge footprint. So yeah, but I was walking around the convention, and like with this huge, it was a decently thick bag though. It was still like nearly 9 inches like thick. Plus with the tail behind me, I had a super big footprint. So like, I think my tail, I had to constantly be mindful of my tail not to bump into people. I had to like mind the bag too. So my footprint was pretty big, but it came out really well. It was really lore accurate too, and super great and everything. So yeah. Okay, but anyways, enough of that. On to Anime Expo Day 1. So as you can, on the first day of Anime Expo. So Anime Expo is always on the during the first week of July, specifically the first Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of July. That's when Anime Expo takes place. This is the main hall. As you can see, I took a decent picture. Here, and as we go through this, I'll have this like little area map in the bottom to show you guys where we are. But here is the map of Anime Expo. Also, yeah, there's a lot here. We got Nikkei, Persona 5, Persona 4 Royal, which I mean, I swear, Persona 4 Art. I don't know if it's Royal, but yeah, Atlas has been promoting Persona 3, 4, and 5 for like the past like. Actually, it's been a decade since Persona 5 came out. They should just, like, they won't let go of it. But anyways, yeah, here. We got a map. I don't think I did this last year, but I really wanted to, like, help you guys follow along because I know you guys haven't been to AX. For me, this is, like, I can navigate this no problem because I've been going to AX for so many years. Like, it's a yearly thing for me. But, I've included a little map of AX. So you guys can help follow along. If you guys have any questions at any point, feel free to ask them. It doesn't have to be necessarily about like what's like on hand, but like anything about Anime Expo, and I'll try to answer them because I've done my best. But yeah, it is a pretty big area. I remember when I first came to Anime Expo, you can see how like all the red areas of where Anime Expo is, right? When I first started going, Anime Expo only encompassed the South Hall and the West Hall. That was it. But with the increase in popularity over the past, I guess, decade, or the past year, or all the past years, it's really increased out. It's really increased out. So I think the first thing I started renting out was the JW Marriott, which is literally like a hotel. I mean, when I say JW Marriott, it's literally they rent out the ballrooms in the local hotel to do panels. So that was the first thing they rented out. Then in recent years, I started renting out this area over here, the Crypto Arena and Peacock Theater and Peacock Place. So like Chickern and Georgia Street, that area, they've recently started renting that out to do big panels as well. We'll get to those. We'll see most of these areas as I go through AX. I've sort of split this into like, since I went to AX for 3 days, I missed the 4th day, but since I went for the first 3 days, I've sort of split up like the main 3 areas. So we'll revisit these all at some point. But yeah, and then in this year, they rented out the entirety of like Figueroa Street. In a lot of like years before, that was like a total like mess almost, because so many people would line up on Figueroa Street to get picked up via car, or like and like there'd be really bad traffic jams, constant like crowds of people trying to cross the street, and like it would become a really blocked up intersection. But I guess this year they decided to rent out the entire strait for something they call AX Crossing, which we will get back to that later. But yeah, I will. So it has really grown in the since I first started going back in 2015. I think for the better though. I do remember this one year where I think it was probably 2019 or something, 2018 or 2019. We used to do badge pickup. Because like, yeah, we used to do like, which means like on the first day of the con, you go to, it's like the bag pickup area and, you know, pick up your badge to get into the convention. I think one year, this must have been the year where I think in my mind, AX really blew up. We waited like 8 hours in line to pick up our AX badge. The line was so long, it went for miles, and I think actually ended up going into a nearby neighborhood. It's never been that bad since, but ever since then, I've always gotten my badge delivered, like mailed and delivered to me for AX, because I never want to like do that ever again. Of course, ever since that whole thing, they've gotten way, way better at managing the crowds and people. I think it's like to a manageable level now at this point, but it was insane. It was insane. So, yeah, I think one of my friends, or one of my sister's friends, actually, hold on, I almost forgot. There was a point I wanted to say. On this first day, none of my friends were going. Then my friends were all gonna come on. So the first day is Thursday. So on Thursday, none of my friends were going, but I was going to go with my sister and 2 of her friends. One of them had never gone to AX before. She was doing badge pickup, and even then, even with their better management, she still waited like 2.5 hours in line. But yeah, 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours was crazy to wait for my badge pickup. I always get them delivered now. But yeah. So this day, I was gonna be mostly on my own, hanging out with my sister. But my sister approaches AX very differently than I do, which I will get to later. But yeah. Also, hold on. I something I wanted to mention real quick. As I was preparing for AX, normally we try to get there like really early. So maybe like get there by 9 o'clock a.m., right? We were running late because it was taking me longer to do my makeup than I thought it would. Putting in eye contact has always been a little bit tricky for me, so that was like taking me a while. So while I was putting up my makeup and putting on my cosplay and everything, my sister was like, my sister went and got her friends. They were eating breakfast, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My brother is like putting on his cosplay and everything. He's still doing his makeup." He's like, and they were like, "Oh no, it's fine, it's okay." And then I finally get finished, and I finally come out and I'm like, "Okay guys, I'm so sorry. We can leave now." I come out and show them, and I've never met one of my sister's friends that she invited. I've never met them before, so this is my first time meeting them. I walked in front of them. I walked out, and then I think like I asked her later about it. Her reaction apparently to seeing me, because she hadn't seen me like normally. She'd only the first time she seen me was like when I came out in my full cosplay. I think later on she told me that her reaction was like she saw me. She was like, "Oh my gosh." She was like looking at my sister and she was like, "Your brother? Are you sure that's your brother?" So no, my sister did help me with my makeup. I consulted her to make sure my eyeliner was even. But yeah, that was really funny. So that tells you an indication. The fact, even though I covered up my face, I definitely did slay in that. But anyways, yeah, I thought that was so funny that I was joking afterwards. I was like, "Hey, I should like, whenever I see you, it should just only be at Anime Expo, and I should only ever be in cosplay, so you'll never know what I really look like." Pretty boy Kurtis. I would say I'm pretty. I'd say that I have a pretty good face. I don't want to be too vain, and it's not like I think that like I like take it for granted. It's more like I think I've learned how to wear my face, and I know how to like be pretty. That I've learned to make the most of my face. So I think it was good. But I asked her about it later on because I was a little bit nervous because I've never tried. You know, even if Noi is a guy, I've never tried like an outfit like this, I guess female presenting before. But I think actually, I asked my sister about it. I showed her the first time I showed her my full cosplay, and my sister is my harshest critic. Okay, I think I'm gonna put this out there. She's my harshest critic, and she's always super critical of me. She was like, ugh, I don't like it. Or you look, and I was like, she was like, it looks good. You actually look really good. I just don't like it because you're my brother. You can honk your horn all you want. I'm for it. Okay. Well, if you guys think I'm pretty in my VTuber model, then I would say it's about the same amount of pretty in real life. Because I think I look pretty similar. Yeah, but the fact that I managed to get my sister to tell me that I looked good, I think that was like the confidence boost I needed. Yeah, no, she does not hold punches. And I also asked my sister's friend, she was like, no, you are just giving woman right now. You are giving, like, you are, like, I could not tell you were a guy. I'm like, okay, I'll take that as a vote of confidence. That helps out my, I can't talk, oh my gosh. Am I talking too fast? I feel like, I have a lot to say, and when I have a lot on my mind that I want to get through, I tend to talk fast, so I hope not. But yeah, no, it was like the boost of confidence I needed. Granted, I have been like studying fashion for a while, so I know how to like sort of wear clothes to give the illusion, like to give a more feminine look, but like this was basically me putting everything I learned into practice. So that was a really good vote of confidence, and I think I was right in thinking that I could pull off a Noe cosplay really well. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, that was our beginning of the day, and we went to Anime Expo. This was just about what it looked like when I got there in the morning. This is like a usual crowd size, but yeah. So right now, we are in, and yeah, I'll have this graphic up of the map as we go, but right now we're in the South Hall. So the South Hall is where the main exhibitors hall is. I think I've got some pictures here. So we got another shot from the center. If you can see over here, these like escalators and stairs upwards. So in the back part of the South Hall, that is where the main dealer's room or like exhibit hall is. That's where all the big like anime studios like Crunchyroll or like all the big exhibitors are gonna be in there. So Hoyoverse was over there. All the big animation studios that show up are gonna be there too. Yeah, that's just where the main exhibitors are. That's usually the busiest place and where the biggest name brands go. Yeah, so this is another view. So these are all taken from the same place. So this is now facing out towards the street. So this is facing towards the back of, so this is facing towards the back of the South Hall. So this is facing, yeah. And then if you basically turn around and look the other way, this is what it looks like here. That those exits go out towards the street. The merch store is over on this side where I am, right about there. Vegeta spotted, yeah. That's what I'm dragging at. Hey Vegeta. There were some really good cosplays. I don't normally take pictures of cosplayers anymore because I go every year. So for me, like, I don't need to take pictures because it's not like a once in a lifetime thing for me. But seeing all the cosplayers are really nice, and getting to cosplay alongside them is really fun. Yeah, this is like, okay, it is very crowded, but for me, this is like a normal crowd amount. This is what I'm kind of used to. And then if you turn maybe from here, from about 90, okay, so this first picture is facing this way, right? If you turn maybe like 120 degrees to the left, this is, or like maybe like even just turn around. This is towards the street. And then if you turn another 90 degrees to the left, this is what you see. So that escalator goes over into the West Hall. So that leads into the hallway that goes to the West Hall. And I don't know if you can't really see it over there, but you see over on the far left of this picture where it says parking C and D, on that blue sign, and also the yellow banner that says EY at the end. That's pointing towards Artist Alley. So so Artist Alley is downstairs in the and actually in part of the parking structure. It's always been there. This year, actually though, because part of the main exhibit hall is going under construction, part of the exhibit hall had to be moved down to the artist alley, and as a result, the artist alley had to be a lot smaller this year. So instead of compared to last year where there were over 700 artists, this year in the artist alley there were only about, I think it was 427 artists in artist alley downstairs. We will get to artist alley, but right now this is the main South Hall. Yeah, and this is a, huh? Didn't I already include this picture from before? Oh no. So this is another angle of the South Hall. So if you saw over here, all of these like stairs and escalators, if you go up them and look back out at South Hall, this is the view you would get from on top of the stairs. So you can see, yeah, over there, Artist Alley Exhibit Hall is downstairs. That's where that's pointing. So yeah. Yeah. I heard news about a show because they announced it at Anime Expo. Which one would that be? I've got to be honest. Compared to my sister is like, when she goes to Anime Expo, she always plans out exactly what she wants to do. So she has like a big list. My sister's a big Artist Alley person, so she always like stalks and keeps an eye on what artists are going to be in Artist Alley, and she keeps like an itinerary of, oh, I want to go visit these artists and do this stamp rally. I'm not necessarily like that for me because I've been to Anime Expo so much, and I'm not like too crazy about any IP in particular. I tend to, the only thing I ever have on my itinerary that I know I specifically want to go do is the Project Sekai panel. That's the only thing I ever planned that I definitely want to go to, which was on day 2, so we'll get to that. But otherwise, I tend to just wander around and do whatever. Usually, I tend to get my enjoyment by interacting with people. Usually, that's if I'm with friends, I'll tend to guide them around or just follow them around and see what they want to go do, and I'll join them for that. Or I will talk to, I'll just talk to like random people in the convention, give directions. Just sort of walk around and just do whatever looks interesting. So I have a very fast and loose approach to Anime Expo as opposed to the planning type. Like my sister like plans out like, oh, I want to go to these panels, these artists and stuff like that. Like I think her day 2, she went to like 5 panels and that's all she did for the entire day. So, hang out in vlogs. Okay. Alien stage. Yeah, actually, hold on. I think in this next picture, you can see over on the left, alien stage. So Vivi knows Stahl was over there. But yeah, so this is the, I'm sorry, I couldn't really get a good picture because, oh my gosh, all the exhibitors had like really tall like walls and everything, so I couldn't get a good picture. But this is the exhibit hall, the main exhibit hall. It's really big. This picture does not really do it justice. But yeah, like I was saying, all of the really big, all the really big exhibitors always come here. So Genshin is somewhere in the back. You can see Vivinos is over there. Sega was somewhere to the left. Oh, actually, Alien Stage is right here. Yeah. Over to the left of here, on the left side, there was Sega, an Atlas. There was like a Kodansha and Kinokuniya booth. Kinokuniya is like a bookstore. Iron Mouse was actually all the way on the left. Iron Mouse managed to get a booth here in the main exhibit hall today. So yeah. Obey me thing? I don't know what that is, but it must be good. Yeah, Kinokuniya is goated. I love Kinokuniya. The Kinokuniya in Little Tokyo, in LA, was closed down for maybe like a year, because they were moving locations. But just like a few weeks ago, they reopened, and now they're the second largest Kinokuniya, I believe, either in the US or anywhere. But it's great. I can finally go back and start shopping for books again. When guy right on your model? Oh, okay, that guy. Okay. But yeah, so this is the main exhibit hall. This is the main attraction. I spent most of my first day just sort of looking around here and seeing what was up. Yeah, this is the exhibit hall. I don't know why I have 2 of these. That says that, but okay, yeah. So this was near the Sega booth. I decided there was like a Fua Petite thing. I took a little selfie here, or a little picture here, because I thought that'd be fun, which I posted on the Discord. This was like one of the first things I did on my first day at AX. So I took a picture with all the little Vocaloid plushies because obviously there's a lot of Vocaloid producers who did songs for Cosplay Princess Kaguya, so I thought it'd be a good picture. And this is a good time to mention, I did not see a lot of Cosplay Princess Kaguya cosplayers. I really came here fully expecting to be a lot more. There were barely any. So I was sort of curious here, like, man, I feel kind of out of place. I did not see my first Cosplay Princess Kaguya cosplayer until like late in the afternoon. It was wild. I think I met a Yachiyo. Someone cosplaying as Yachiyo, and then soon after that I found an Iroha, and then another person cosplaying Noi. I don't think I found another person. At least from what I saw, I don't think I saw another person cosplaying Noi who was a guy like me, or at the very least, everyone I saw playing Noi, I think were obviously like female. Like not like I don't like to make assumptions about anyone's like ethnicity, like pronouns, or like gender identity or anything, but I don't make assumptions about that kind of thing. But at the very least, I don't think I saw anyone male presenting like me cosplaying as Noi. So that was interesting. I felt, I guess, lore accurate in that thing, but yeah, no. Miku, Mako, the banana twins. Yeah! They're all really cute. And over on the right, I think there were some more Fuma plushies of like some of the Project Sekai characters, but yeah. I guess Kaito. Hey, I love Kaito! Kaito's my favorite! I don't know. Just came back from Kino. Wow! Oh my gosh. Talk about it besides this circle. Wait, what are we talking about again? Talking about Cosplay vs. Kaguya. I guess like that's probably the echo chamber effect, because I definitely got a lot of it on my FYP, so I thought it was popular, but I guess not. So I think also it has something to do with the fact that it's probably a movie. So while it may have been really popular for a little bit, because like it's hard, unlike an anime which can keep the like a long-running anime which can keep the hype going, movies kind of just have like one punch of like popularity and slowly die down. So that's probably why. I don't know. Anyways, there was this cute picture I took. It was a lot of fun. As you can see, I'll be doing a lot of these heart pictures. Actually, wait, no. I actually did not include a lot of cosplay pictures because, spoilers, I did actually meet up with some Cosplay Princess Kaguya cosplayers, and I did take pictures with them. But I wasn't comfortable including other cosplayers' pictures here, even if I did censor their faces, at least not without their permission. So I didn't include them, but we did take some really cute pictures. I wish I could show you guys, but okay. Anyways, yeah. Also, there's a second look at the little bag I have down there. Anyways, yeah. Right next to this booth, which was the Sega booth, there was this little crane game. Actually, this is the I think that this is the Iron Mouse booth. But yeah, some booths have these like crane games that you can play for free, and if you win it, you get like 2 tries, and they're usually rigged in your favor. But if you win it, you get a free plush. I guess the Iron Mouse booth had something like that. As you can see, Mousie's over there, Minty is over there, little standees. Actually, I think I did catch. I actually was standing by later in the day the Iron Mouse booth while they were doing like an actual like show for people. There were people gathered around. Mousy was on screen. Connor was doing some emceeing. So that was interesting. I'm not a big fan of Mousy though, so I didn't stick around because, you know, if I stuck around, I feel like a fake fan. But yeah, also at this Sega booth right behind me, there was actually a crane game to get a plush of Frieren and Himmel from Frieren Beyond Journey's End, but I didn't win it. I used all of my knowledge in the crane game to give my sister tips in order for her to win the plush, but I didn't win the plush myself, unfortunately. So, yeah, that was a bunch of mouse plushies, but it was something you could play. I didn't play it though. And then you can see down here in the since we were talking about it earlier, in the parking garage and the parking structure, this is Artist Alley / the second exhibit hall. Normally this is just Artist Alley, but now it's the second exhibit hall. I will say, Actually, no. I was gonna say I think it's well ventilated in here. Okay, no. I should probably preface that. I think if you were a regular con goer and not like me, you would think it would be really stuffy in here, especially in Artist Alley. When people are like walking down the Artist Alley aisles and everyone's shoulder to shoulder and people are going really slowly because everyone wants to stop and look at the stalls, it can get pretty stuffy. But considering this is a parking structure, I think it's honestly pretty well ventilated. But that could probably just be me because I'm used to it. Yeah, I didn't get a good picture of anything from the Artist Alley, but even if I did, I would be hesitant to show it on stream because, you know, it's not really good manners to show pictures of Artist Alley booths, especially not without permission. So this is just like part of the secondary exhibit hall here. I didn't really get a good picture of it, but it's a lot of these kinds of booths where like, I think a lot of the smaller vendors ended up down here. A lot of vendors that sell like, you know, just miscellaneous plushies, Pokemon cards, a lot of Pokemon card vendors actually. But a lot of smaller vendors ended up here. Usually the miscellaneous ones that also tend to be in the exhibit hall, but yeah. And yeah, so my day 2 was mainly just, or my day 1 was mainly just spent just sort of wandering around, exploring. Like I said, I met a couple of cosplayers, but I met a couple cosplayers, Cosmic Princess Kaguya cosplayers downstairs here. It was Ayachio and Iroha, and actually no, I did see a Kaguya actually. I remember I saw a Kaguya in the upstairs somewhere. That was the first Cosmic Princess Kaguya cosplay I saw all day. It was at like 2 p.m. or like 3 p.m. But yeah. But most of my day 1 was spent just sort of wandering around, following around my sister a little bit because I didn't really have anything to do. So it was a bit uneventful, but it was just sort of, you know, getting a lay of the land and everything. So yeah, so our first day has been mostly focused on the South Hall over here. I did go to the other places, but I think I'm just gonna focus on just the South Hall for now. So, day 2, as you can see here, also Anime Expo has their own mascots. That's Zeno over there. He's like a magician, and he usually wears a top hat. He reminds me of me, honestly. I vibe with him. But yeah, this is another look at one of the entrances to Anime Expo. As you can see from this area map, we are just outside the West Hall. So this is the West Hall entrance. You can see Rimuru up there. But yeah, so this is over here. Also, those people are blurred over there because those are my friends, and I don't want to expose myself. So yeah, but so yeah, this is another look at at part of the outside. Slime, yes. So yeah, so my day 2 was mainly, this time my friends were here. I actually mainly just did panels today. Actually, I did 2 panels today. But this day, my sister left separately. I didn't have to ride with her. So my sister and her friends left separately. A little bit earlier than me because, again, I was taking a bit of a while to do my makeup. So I arrived around 11 a.m. And then I met up with my friends. It was actually really funny because they had no idea I was cosplaying. And so when I was calling them, and trying to meet up with them, I actually intentionally walked past them while they were looking for me, and then I doubled back and I tapped them on the shoulder and was like, oh my gosh, Kurtis, that's you? So that was really funny. They had no idea I was cosplaying, but it was great. Actually, I had no idea they were cosplaying either. All of them were in cosplay as well, so it was really great. But I didn't actually, so here. Today, our efforts are going to be focused on the Crypto Arena area. So this is the Crypto.com Arena. It used to be called the Staples Center before NFTs were a thing, and NFT bros bought out the arena, I guess. But this is one of the areas that Anime Expo has rented out for their panels. They're really big panels, actually. Yeah. So I forgot to take a picture while I was inside, but you can sort of get an idea of what it looks like. It's an entire ass stadium. It's a stadium. So some of the really big panels happen here in the Crypto.com Arena. And there's also the Peacock Theater, which is just across the street from it. Some big panels happen there too. Last year, the Project Sekai panel actually happened in the Peacock Theater. So I was expecting it to happen here again. but this time it was actually going to be in the crypto arena, the crypto.com arena. So we would have an entire stadium for Project Sekai. But yeah, so as soon as I got there, my friends were basically like, hey, we're gonna go do panels. Like I had a panel that I wanted to go do, you know, obviously the Project Sekai panel, but the one they wanted to do was actually also in the crypto arena, and it was the one right before the Project Sekai panel. It was the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure panel that was gonna happen in the crypto arena. So that was really cool. I actually am like a mild JoJo fan. I wouldn't say I'm hardcore because I'm not really caught up at the moment, but it was really cool. So the second stage of Steel Ball Run was coming out, so they were showing up. They got Yugo Kano, who has been like doing the music composition for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure since like 2013, since Stardust Crusaders. He's been doing the music composition. He's been famous for some really famous stuff, you know, like the Golden Wind piano, the JoJo piano thing. He's been famous for that. So it was a really cool panel to get to go to. Yeah, and they also brought out some of the voice actors as well. So yeah, Damon Mills. I can see you guys love Damon Mills, who's the voice of Johnny Joestar. Yeah, and also Kaiji Tang, who's the voice of Jayo Zeppeli. I don't remember exactly what these guys did. I know didn't Damon Mills voice Lenny in Genshin Impact? That's the only thing I can think off the top of my head of what Damon Mills also did. But no, they were there. It was actually a really lovely panel. I'm actually kind of glad I got to it. But actually, while I was in line for this, I actually, while me and my friends were trying to get in line for the Steel Ball Run panel, I actually saw a Yashio cosplayer, and that was actually, this might have been one of my, actually no, I really enjoyed seeing all of the cosplayers, but this is the one that I think was, this is one of my favorite interactions, if I may say, at AEX, because I walked up and said, I snuck up behind this Yashio cosplayer. They were really nice, but I snuck up behind them and showed them, and they were like, oh my gosh, wait, hold on, you're my favorite. Because I was still cosplaying Noi. I decided after the end of day 1 that I had enough energy to continue cosplaying. Normally I only cosplay for 1 day, but I decided I would have enough energy to keep cosplaying Noi. So I decided to do a second one, and then the Yashio cosplayer I walked up to, she looked at me and gasped. She was like, oh my gosh, wait, you're my favorite. And she pulled out her phone and she had a picture of Noi on like the back of her phone case. And it was so cute. And we took a picture together. It was so nice. And I actually, with all the cosplayers I talked to, I actually asked them afterwards if they could send me the selfies that we took together. And I talked to her afterwards, and I guess she's actually like a pretty serious cosplayer, but she was so nice. She was really lovely to talk to. She was so nice and about it, and I don't know, it was so great. It was a really good interaction. It was really wholesome. He voices Blade? Oh my gosh, wait, I did not know Damon voices Blade. Holy crap, that's a crazy switch. Oh yeah, wait, no, Blade is voiced by Damon Mill. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, it was so cool. Meeting, I mean, first of all, seeing another Cosmic Princess Kaguya cosplayer, because I haven't seen that many of them. I saw a lot more on day 2. Not like a whole bunch, but a decent amount, a good handful. But yeah, she was very encouraging, and afterwards, and yeah, I don't know. She was really nice to talk to afterwards. It was nice. But yeah, so that was exciting. We did the Steel Ball Run, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or panel, and actually I noticed that there were some Project Sekai cosplayers in the crowd during the panel, and obviously since, you know, Yugo Kano, the music composer, it was here, they had like a little mini concert, and I swear the people who brought out pen lights, there were people who brought out pen lights during the concert section. Not a whole lot, but a couple. And I swear it was because of, it was the Project Sekai cosplayers. It was all the people who were here and bought pen lights were definitely bought pen lights for the Project Sekai panel afterwards. Like it was the Project Sekai people who bought the pen lights, which I think helped elevate the the music performance. It was great. Anyways, yeah, that's what happened beforehand. Actually, right after, I actually left like maybe about 10 minutes early because I wanted to start getting in line, and also I had to use the restroom. I actually, on the first 2 days, I actually skipped lunch because I wanted to fit into my cosplay, and I also I did not want to use the restroom. Well, I wanted to use the restroom as little as possible because going to the restroom with a skirt on was not a bridge I wanted to cross, so I pretty much skipped lunch. But actually, right after that panel was when I went to the bathroom and took this photo. But yeah, that was really, it was a great panel. But I went in line, and obviously, I have a lot to say about the Project Sekai panel because I always look forward to this every year. Actually, I think the Project Sekai panel at Anime Expo was actually one of my first exposures to Project Sekai in general. I remember back in 2022, I had to miss out on a couple days on I think the latter 2 days of AX because just like right now, I had to fly back to college to take some summer courses. But I was watching the Anime Expo live stream, and the Project Sekai panel came up with the voice actors for, I think it was Mafuyu and Enna? So, But yeah, every year they invite 2 of the voice actors from one of the groups. Actually, last year they invited 4 voice actors. They invited Ito Kent and, they invited Toya and Akito's voice actors, as well as, I think it was Airi and Haruka's voice actors as well? I can never remember if, what it was, but, or no, I think it was Shiho and Saki's voice actors last year. I think the year before that was Airi and, Haruka's voice actors, and More Jump. Anyways, it was really great. Last year's panel was so amazing. They brought out like, I don't know if you guys remember, but you know how like sometimes at Miku Expo, like not sometimes, but like at Miku Expo and other like such concerts, they bring out like the holographic the holographic or like they brought out like the hologram, and Miku gets to stand up on stage and dance. They do that for Project Sekai too, but they only, but not in America, only in the Asian concerts or Asian theaters. So last year they actually brought out a video of all the Project Sekai groups performing the songs from the movie, and it was honestly it was such a great experience. It was honestly like I think it's one of my favorite AX moments ever. Just being able to experience that live. So this year I actually brought a pen light. I spent like $90. I know, terrible, on a official Project Sekai pen light because I know all the years I've been to the Project Sekai panel, ever since I first saw it, I forgot to bring like a pen light to engage, to like engage with the concert part. So this time I actually bought a pen light. So then that way I have a pen light not only for the characters that show up here, which were Daisuke and Hirose for Tsukasa and Machiko for Nene, but so that for all the future Project Sekai panels I attend because I go to Anime Expo every year, I have a pen light with the correct colors for all the characters. So yeah, it was. I'm really dedicated to this panel. It's one of my favorite things to do. Actually, it is my favorite thing to do in AX. So yeah, as you can see, Tsukasa and Nene's voice actors are gonna be here, and it was great. The panel was amazing, as always. Obviously, I think it would be hard to top the performance of all the movie songs they did last year, but the person who's in charge of like international like marketing for Project Sekai, who's also the MC, he did a really great job. He's always done a really good job with these panels. He played a bunch of songs from all of the groups, like one song from all groups, as well as doing a sing-along, like a call and response. We also did like a call and response sections where he actually subtitled the some music videos from Wonderland Showtime, and so then everyone could sing along and like do like an idol cheer. It was great. So we did Nikori Chosatai, or theme of Nikori survey team, and Showtime Ruler. And oh my gosh, this is why I love the Project Sekai panel so much, because the MC for it, the guy who always does this, he also does the live streams for the Project Sekai EN channel. But oh my gosh, he really knows how to rile up a crowd. At the very end, when we all thought it was over, and he was like, by the way, I have one more surprise for you guys, bye bye. And then he starts playing Kanton Boogie, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so peak. This is so peak. I swear I did the entirety of the dance of Forgotten Boogie during the in cosplay, in Mary Jane's, by the way, with heels, in the seats. Chairs were kicked, but I was freaking out. I loved it. It was so good. Yeah, fan chants. That's exactly what we were doing. But it was awesome. He really knows how to. Okay, I particularly remember in Miku Expo when people were complaining about how they didn't bring out the hologram and brought up Miku on an LED screen. I swear, the MC for the Project Sekai panels is something else. He is so talented, because he was like, oh, of course, like we're gonna bring out a performance for one of the groups, and we can't show it in Asian theaters. Unfortunately, I had to grab it from Blu-ray video, so the quality isn't gonna be great, but I hope you guys enjoy it anyways. And I swear, I don't think there is. The Project Sekai fandom, and especially like this MC, I think and this guy who runs it, who always hosts panels, he's onto something special, because I never imagined that a crowd would get so riled up and so excited about super compressed like MP4 video. Like the video compression was super bad, but even me, I noticed it. I saw it because it came from Blu-ray, right? The video compression was so bad, but even like halfway through like the second song, I completely realized that I forgot that like I had like forgotten that there even was video compression, and oh my gosh, and I was just completely immersed myself in the video. In the moment. I've never. There is no one else in the world, I think, that could get a whole stadium. I want to put this. I want to emphasize this. We were in a stadium. There was no one else who could get a whole stadium full of people pumped over compressed like MP4 CD video. It is amazing. Yeah, I definitely locked in as soon as Konton Boogie came out. I love these songs. I love all of the Project Sekai groups, but it was, oh my gosh, it was so great this year. I'm so glad I brought a pen light. It was so great. They did have glow sticks that you could crack open for people that didn't have pen lights, you know, because they don't expect everyone to bring a pen light, and it's really nice that they bring glow sticks. But the last 2 years, I missed out on getting a glow stick, so I just didn't want to take the chance, and I would rather have my own pen light because, you know, I'm really dedicated to coming to these panels now. Yeah, the countable pixels, I totally forgot, because, you know, you would have thought they would have better video quality considering they have an entire stadium and like a super high quality LED screen, like a really high quality one. But I don't know, man. I think it's super special that only in AX, this MC could ever get an entire stadium of people rile up over video quality like that. It was great. I loved the panel so much. Meanwhile, my sister went to like 5 different panels and she was screaming so much. She was like, I think she actually got some of the voice actors from like Gachi Akata or like Witch Hat Atelier to notice her. But anyways, yeah. Oh yeah, also there were some other sections during the thing. Every year during the AX, they also do a custom line reading, where the voice actors read out a custom like, I guess like mini story in character. And this year it was you know, Tsukasa and Nena on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and they're looking down at all the people on the with the stars in the Hall of Fame and everything, and Tsukasa's like, the future star, I'm gonna have, as a future star, I'm gonna have a name here one day too. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I actually did this, but I can't believe this actually happened. But during the during this section, Tsukasa's voice actor was like, "What kind of movie do you think I would be in?" But in Japanese, obviously. And I everyone else mumbled, but I think I yelled. I expect other people to yell out with me, but I just yelled by myself like, "Comedy!" And then I think like a couple, and then like someone else like yelled out comedy too. I think after having heard me say it, and I yelled it out again. And then Tenma, and then Tsukasa's voice actor was like, "Comedy? No, I am Straw, not comedy." It was so funny. I can't believe. I think that may have been my fault that he did, but it's such a good interaction. And also we got a voice message from Rui and Emu's voice actors as well. So it was so nice getting all of the voice actors in one place. But again, this is where I mainly come. This is my favorite thing to do at AX. It's not the main reason why I come, but it is. I don't know. I always love coming to this panel. So I guess I usually am the type of person that likes to disappear into the background, but I guess this is something that I guess today on that day I may have yelled out a little bit too much. Here, we'll put a. Okay, here we go. Okay, but yeah. Alright, here we go. Alright. I want to put another GIF on screen here. But yeah, that's another thing that I mainly came for. Put a Wonderland Showtime GIF here to celebrate. But yeah. Anyways, that happened. We did a bunch of songs, a bunch of chanting. It was awesome. I loved this panel so much. One of my friends came with me. I think the rest of my friends went to the artist alley, but while I was in this panel, but one of my friends who was cosplaying Aventurine decided to sit in with me. Actually, you can see in this earlier picture. Oh no, you can't really see it anymore because the area map is there. But I don't know. They were in the corner of that picture wearing an Aventurine fedora. But yeah. Also, wait, no, here I forgot. At the very end of the ProjectArah panel, the voice actor take a selfie with everyone, and this is the stadium of people. It was awesome. Oh, hi, Quartermarsh, welcome. But yeah, in case you're wondering, normally I wouldn't be able to find myself in this picture, but I think those pink pixels off to the right is probably me, considering I was wearing bright pink. I think that's me. I think that's where I am in this photo. But yeah, no, it was honestly a great experience. It's because I'm wearing bright pink. I can't even make out my own face. I think that's me, because I don't think anyone else was sitting next to me. There was a Miku behind me, but I can't tell. It was, anyways, yeah. The ProjectArah panel is always really great. The MC over there, so that's the guy on the left over there. He does such a great job at these panels all the time, and I can't wait for the next year's panel. More pixels than my phone, dogs? Yeah. This is technically an uncensored picture of me, guys. This is your immersion breaking. This is the first uncensored picture of myself I've ever put to my channel. Savor it. Anyways, yeah. So this is part of the... So I showed you guys earlier where we were currently in... If I go back to the area map, we're currently over here on the left area between the Crypto.com arena and the Peacock Theater. So as you can see over here, this is sort of what that looks like. As over on the left here, there's some food stalls. And then over in the back, I didn't get a good picture of it, but there's like a mini concert area with an outdoor stage where they play a lot of music, and then occasionally a band sometimes comes out and they will play music live. It's a nice area. I think this is but this is like it's a nice like secondary area to just chill and hang out in. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and post it all over Twitter. It's too crushed to be you. I mean, I don't actually know for sure, but it's bright pink. It by comparison to everything else around is pink, so I think it's me. But yeah, so that was basically what I did. That panel lasted. So the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure panel, the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure panel was from 12:30 to 1:50, and then the Project Sekai panel was from 3 to 4:30. So that was basically my entire day. I think I just spent the last a few hours just like wandering around, doing stuff with my friends before we called it a night. And by this time, I was dead tired. I had been walking. I forgot to cut my toenails on day 1, so my toenails have been pushing in on my. So on the first day, my toenails had been pushing in on my toes and slightly bruised them. So my feet were hurting a lot, and I was like, as much as it was fun to cosplay, it is super stressful to do, having to worry about your costume and everything, and being in character. I'm gonna be honest, I'm very introverted. It was so nice. I talked to a lot more Cosmic Princess Kaguya cosplayers today. They were all super awesome to talk to. Actually, one of the pictures I took was really cute. I got some really cute photos and met some really amazing people, and it was amazing. But I'm an introvert at heart, and putting on a character for too long really like drains me, like mentally. So I was like, this is great, but I can't do this anymore. I do not have it in me to cosplay. I can't do another day, so this is where I have to call it. And also like, my cosplay is probably a bit sweaty, and yeah, I just can't do this anymore. I didn't get blisters, and I also have high pain tolerance, but it was just like, you know, because AX is a big place, and there's a lot of places to walk around. I just had enough of walking, so and especially in shoes I was not entirely comfortable in, because they were like $35 Mary Janes. I don't know, can you even see my shoes in any of these photos? Yeah, those are like the Mary Janes I was walking down there. They were like, since it was just for a cosplay, they were $35 from Amazon. Surprisingly comfortable, but not a lot of padding. So, I didn't get any blisters, fortunately, but I did slightly bruise my toes. So I was like, that's gonna be it for me. So, yeah, I did make the most of it. I thought I was only gonna cosplay for 1 day, but it was definitely worth it to cosplay for 2. The cosplayers I got to meet afterwards it was really nice. Yeah, peak cosplay. I guess I can show it again here. It was a little bit in the thumbnail, but yeah, this was me. but yeah, constantly fussing about my hair, and I was also really stressful because I was like, I'd been staring at my own face for so much over the past couple weeks, getting the makeup right. It was starting to get to my head of like, oh, I'm like stressing out about like whether I look good or not. It was just like, it was getting into my head. So I was like, for my own mental health sake, I have to not cosplay anymore. I have to just be in my normal self. And as much as it is fun to try and cosplay like this and wear like more cutesy clothing, this is definitely something that is outside of my normal like comfort zone. This is, as much as I did enjoy like trying out, I guess, femboy aesthetics for this, and it was, ultimately, I'm just me. I like, I am still male presenting, I think. So, not gay peak. Yeah, we can be gay peak. But no, I think like I need to just go back to my default state, because this is less stressful and just how I naturally am. So yeah, I'm just Kurtis. I don't think about it too hard. Whatever I think feels nice is what I like to do, and just being me is fun enough. So yeah, I was like, I've had enough of this. It was a lot of fun, but I need to like go back to my default state. You can be whatever kind of peak you want to be, Coda. Kurtis speak. Kurtis speak. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, so this was day 3. I missed out on day 4 because that was gonna be my flight back to college. But yeah, this day it's just sort of a wrap up of all the different areas. I was gonna hang out with one of my friends who was still gonna hang out, be here, as well as my sister and one of her friends. That's what we mostly did today. But the first thing I did this day was actually go to the Honkai Star Rail booth, because my sister had not my sister, you know, she really likes Hoyoverse, but she had not had a chance to go to the Star Rail and Genshin merch booths yet, because, you know, everyone wants to go to them. So the lines whenever we went were constantly capped. We managed to, or at least I managed to. While my sister loves freebies. She is like a fiend for anything that's free. So she was like in line to get some freebies at the Hoyoverse booth, and then while they were opening up the freebie line, they also ended up while she was in it, they also ended up opening the actual merch booth line. So this was me. I managed to get myself a spot in line. This is not the first time I've done this. The first time Genshin came to AX, I had to secure a spot in line for my sister because I'm just like that. Because I'm better than her at securing spots in line. Actually, I take it back. But I got a spot in line for her, and this is me waiting in line. You can see there's a Morton X Blade cosplayer back there, and I just decided to take a little picture while I was scrunched up in line. And I didn't really want anything for myself, but I asked my friend and my sister what they wanted, and basically just rounded up all the merch they wanted for them. My sister was like, I cannot afford to spend $200 at the Honkai Star Rail booth just to get the freebies, because she was like, oh, that's not worth it. But one of my friends who was there ended up sending me a list of the stuff that she wanted to buy, and also she was in Scaramouche cosplay. She was cosplaying as the Wanderer, but she gave me a list, and I was like, this is really close to $200. I may as well just get myself a can badge for Sparksy and call it 200 and surprise my sister with the freebies. So that was fun. I got the freebies, and then while my sister was in line afterwards, my sister got in line for the Genshin merch booth line, and while she was in there, I actually met up with my cousin-in-law, who I had no idea was gonna be at AX. So we met up with her. That was fun. She was in cosplay. She was doing a mix of like Sailor Moon with military. It was like something specifically from anime. I don't remember, but it was. But yeah, so that was that. Also, no, I don't think anyone judged me for wearing a feminine outfit. Honestly, if anything, I think people cross-dress all. I mean, there's the meme of like people at anime conventions of like, oh, the men's bathroom in the anime conventions, and then you see someone wearing like a girl's outfit, like a girly outfit walk in. I think it's just so normalized that no one really questioned me. Actually, in fact, one of the first things that happened when I walked into AX on the first day, there was one of the staff members who was just sort of like taking a little video. I actually was standing next to him because I was gonna ask him if he'd take a picture of me next to some of like the inflatable mascot statues, because I like taking a picture outside of those. As you can see, I didn't end up getting that picture, but he was taking his own little video, and he ended up putting his camera as me, and he was like, "Okay, slay home girl." He was like questioning it. He was like that, and I was like, close enough. And he was like, "Yeah, slay," and he cheered me on, and I like gave him like a little heart and then walked away. So everyone was really nice about it. And will the femboy outfit be made? I don't think I'm gonna be a femboy, but I mean, it is nice leaning either way. I think I like having the option of leaning either way, but I think for the most part I am. I mean, not that I won't be. I think whatever I want to wear that I feel comfortable in is what I will be. I don't have like I don't know. I'm not thinking about it too hard. Yeah, people are really wholesome at AX. Everyone's usually really nice to everyone. Every day, everyone questions my gender. Well, not at AX. At AX, I feel like it's very normalized. Well, actually, not well, actually, but one of the things that happened in previous years, and still a little bit this year, but that was really prevalent in previous years, was that just outside the convention, a lot of people would take advantage of the fact that there'd be a big crowd, and they would like, so a lot of like outside people who didn't have anything to do with the convention would like line up, and they would start like aggressively preaching, yelling at people who were cosplaying, and like chiding people for like, I guess, cross-dressing or getting all gussied up in cosplay. And like also, I guess people just selling stuff. So there used to be a lot of those people, but this year I actually did not see a lot of those kinds of people like being aggressively preaching outside of AX. That might have been because this year they rented out the street, so they didn't really have a place to camp out. It might have also been a better security, but I think it's appreciated because they were kind of disturbing people, and it kind of did feel unsafe as soon as you stepped out of the convention. So that was really nice. But yeah, I don't think anyone in the entire convention questioned my gender at the whole time, which I personally was not expecting, but I mean, it was really nice, and I think that gives me a better perspective into what that must be like for non-binary people. So I'm glad I have that kind of perspective. I might still be like, I might be male, like identify as male, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not like that. I'm not really that invested in like anything like ethnicity or gender identity, so I don't really think about it too hard, honestly. Yeah. Anyways, I guess it's just a topic of conversation, but I think it's something that is nice to bring up. So I don't, at least from my experience, no one questioned me on my gender. So if that's something that you're concerned about, I don't think you have to be concerned about that. Oh yeah. But yeah, so this time I'll take you guys to the entertainment hall. So the entertainment hall is in the West Hall. Honestly, the entertainment hall used to be more like a gaming hall / TV shows. So if like big anime stuff and like really big vendors would be in like mainline like anime stuff would be in the main exhibit hall. In the entertainment hall, it would be like stuff like gaming or streamers and TV shows. So Blizzard had a thing here. Twisted Wonderlands had a thing here once. Not this year. Blizzard did not. But it's been years since Blizzard was here. But Blizzard, back when Overwatch was like popular, had a booth in the entertainment hall once. And I think VTubers used to be here a lot. But I think now, since VTubers have kind of become the ambassador for the Western anime communities, they've sort of graduated from the entertainment hall. So the entertainment hall nowadays is kind of just more like a secondary exhibit hall that they just call the entertainment hall. I wouldn't say that there's anything that specifically defines it away from the exhibit hall anymore. Except maybe, I guess, like big anime studios and stuff like that, like Crunchyroll, don't come here. It's still a lot of gaming and secondary stuff, like secondary mediums, but I mean, games do show up in the main hall too, so I don't really know what the entertainment hall is anymore. Yeah, Twisted Wonderlands, yeah. So they have if they have there's no way I'll be your lover unless booth. I don't know, maybe they were there. I'm gonna be honest, I am not that well versed in many fandoms, so we'll see. But maybe there were. I think you could probably look it up on their stuff. But yeah, I usually come to the entertainment hall because there's usually like a nice little clothing shop thing at the very back of the entertainment hall. And I know they have like Lolita fashion stuff. So, and honestly at AX, compared to my sister who tends to buy a lot of small things, like she buys a lot of acrylic charms and prints and stuff, I tend to buy a couple of big items, and it usually ends up being apparel. So I bought a crop hoodie from the entertainment hall. Not this exact one, but it was really similar. So I bought like this crop hoodie from, oh my gosh, I didn't even write them here. I think it was what were they called? Rose Gold Jelly. That's what the brand was called. Okay. Okay. But yeah, so I bought this crop hoodie, and I also bought this. I also bought this this shirt, this button up from a Lolita store at the back, but like a blue version of this. So I think this would go really well with shorts, if I had it, but. And then also there was Hololive here. So I guess they had a little collab with is this a collab? I don't know, but obviously with some more, I have to take a picture of the VTuber standees. So we have Narissa Ravencroft, Fuamoko, Shiori Novella, Bijo, I guess everyone just calls her Bibu now. Crony and Callie. Actually, I almost forgot to mention, at the Project Sekai panel earlier, they actually announced that Project Sekai was going to have a collab with Mori Calliope up here and Iron Mouse. They were both having collabs with Project Sekai later this year. Which actually, I was thinking to myself during the convention, because halfway through the panel, the MC for the Project Sekai panel just randomly mentioned Shibidoki and how much he loves the song Bug by Kaidiki Bear, which Night Chord sang. And I was like, she just randomly brought up Chibidoki out of nowhere. This kind of feels shoved in. Now I understand why. He brought up a pink-haired VTuber because he was probably thinking about how later in the panel he was gonna get announcements from 2 other pink-haired VTubers. It makes so much sense. Are they collab food? Yeah, they are gonna have collabs. We don't know exactly what it is. What the collab with Iron Mouse and Callie's gonna be. It could be a song. It could be an original song, like they did with Sawtown last year, or it could just be like, I don't know, like maybe it's just really small. Like they have like a furniture you can get for the Mindset guy. I don't know. Yeah, it was definitely subtle foreshadowing. But no, they are gonna have a collab. We have no idea what it's gonna be though. Considering, I bet Callie's probably gonna be an original song if I had to guess. Because she's a music producer. Koseki Bijo, yeah! She's so tiny, oh my gosh. But, yeah. Took my pulses away. V, are you good? But yeah, no, so they were having collabs, it was great. Yeah. What was I saying? I don't know. Yeah. So I'm here to, if you guys haven't heard about that collab with Project Sekai, I'm here to deliver the news to you, I suppose. Okay. But the main thing I wanted to do here on day 3 was get food, because like I said earlier, I don't know if you guys remember, but on the first 2 days, I did not eat lunch. Like my mom gave me like a fund that I could use to buy food, because obviously when you're in a convention, right, all the food is gonna be overpriced. But so we have my mom gives us like a little food fund so we can pay for food. I had not spent my food fund yet because I didn't buy any food at the convention, because I did not want to have to end up using the restroom while I was wearing a skirt. I didn't want to have to cross that bridge. So I was like, today I'm hungry. I'm going to make up for the fact that I did not have food for the last 2 days, and I'm just gonna buy food. I'm just gonna, that's what I'm gonna do. So the main thing I did, I think I spent like 2 hours just like getting food, and everything. Yeah. No, the food is hella priced up. I think I bought here. So you can see this is also AX Crossing. So this is the street that they rented out. Over there, as you can see, is the West Hall, and here we can get a better picture of this without the little things in the area map. But as you can see over there, that's the South Hall, not the West Hall. That's the South Hall. As you can see over there, over on our left. So if you can see out going into the food trucks, the way we're facing on the area map, we're facing like towards like going left on the street. So the food trucks are over. Some of the food trucks are over there. Okamoto was usually pretty popular, but after 1 year, I waited like 2.5 hours in line to get a meal from Okamoto Kitchen, like that food truck. I've never ordered from them ever again. About VTubers climbing with Project Sekai. No, I'm really curious to see what the Mousy and Callie collabs are gonna be. I have no clue what it's gonna be. I'm really curious. I I really hope it's not a really lame collab because they were really hyping it up. I hope it's not lame. Oh yeah, no, didn't also I think Ina from Hololive EN, didn't she also draw the illustration for one of the movie cards for Project Sekai? So I guess that was also a collab they did with before. But yeah, no. Also another reason to love the that marketing guy on the Project Sekai EN team, the guy who's also the MC, because he is doing the Lord's work, getting us all these collabs for Project Sekai. First he got like Sawtown for last year, and now he's gotten us Iron Mouse and Mori Calliope. Thank you so much. Sorry, card. The thing, like, in Project Sekai, like, the stuff you can pull for are called cards, and they have, like, artworks, basically. So when I say cards, like, it's like a artwork that, like, also gives you stats in that game. Anyways, yeah. So there's some food stalls over here. Actually, I think over on the left, waiting in line, while I was taking this picture, waiting in line for that red food truck over there, which is Okamoto Kitchen. Waiting in line is actually an Iroha and a Gachio cosplayer from Cosmic Princess Kaguya. And actually, after they took this picture, I saw them and I went to go talk to them. Apparently, at the end of the day, on day one, like somewhere in AX Crossing, they saw a Komazawa Noi cosplayer walking out, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, Noi, we love you!" And they didn't notice them, but like they didn't talk to them. I'm like fairly certain that was me, because the time they described to me, I definitely remember, like I was in AX Crossing at that exact time, in the area they mentioned, leaving because I was on my way out of the convention to go home. So they probably the Komazawa Noi they saw cosplay they saw was probably me. So that was really cool to get to meet them. Yeah, Ina is crazy talented. I hope I can be that talented one day. Well, not talented, but I hope I can get that much skill one day. I gotta keep working at it. Yeah. And then here is, like, if you turn around 180 degrees, here is some more food stalls. This is what the rest of AX Crossing looks like, so that's the street. And there's a lot of food. I actually didn't end up ordering that much food because the wait line is so long. I think I waited like 45 minutes to get 2 sticks of like yakitori, which is like grilled chicken skewers. Not because the line was long, because the people manning the food stalls just take their sweet ass time and don't hurry. And like they don't, and like, but I had enough time to go and order milk tea from a different stall while I was waiting for my chicken skewers, but it was all right. I think 2 skewers was like $18. But I could afford to like splurge a little because I had not spent money on food this entire convention, so I didn't really mind. So I got some chicken skewers. I got like a taro milk tea. Might be a mega delay. Don't worry about it, V. It's okay. Amamiya stuff looks yummy. It's probably expensive. I will tell you guys, everything here is definitely marked up. All of the stuff. Never go for the Wagyu stuff. Wagyu stuff is definitely a scam. But no, it's I mean, it's tasty though. I'll give them that. It is pretty tasty to have stuff here. There's like also some ramen and udon stuff here. I think my sister got like cheese and kimchi fried rice that she really hated on the first day or something. But I mean, I guess if you're going to AX, you're already spending a lot of money anyways, so just be mindful. Maybe, I don't know if you can bring your own food, but I don't know. Anyways, yeah. I got some chicken skewers, I got some ube, and I also got this. So actually, this stall is in the, by the Peacock Theater and the Crypto Arena, but, because there were some other food stalls there, but I got, I think I also got this last year. I see them every year, and I like them, but there's this stall that sells, like, ikayaki, and I really, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I can treat myself, I can get this year. Yeah, so this is grilled squid on a skewer. It was spicy. It was really good. I think it was about $33. which is a lot, maybe we're honest. Again, since I had not spent my food fund yet, I could afford it. But also, it was like really big. Like you can kind of see my hand for reference, but it was like, it was massive. It was like, it didn't even fit in this tray they gave me. It was, so I honestly, I couldn't finish it. I had to like, I ate half of it, and then since my sister went to a panel and missed out on lunch, I just gave the other half to her. But, you know, it was... But even for me, I have a big appetite, but I couldn't finish it. Yeah, but it was really tasty. And also, even though I wasn't cosplaying, no, it was really good. I love squid. You can see I already took some bites out of it on the left. But I know, I think it's worth it. I think actually, considering the other things you can get, the fact that this is such a huge squid and it's like, I think $33 is like kind of worth it. I think it's still a lot of money, but it's more worth it compared to some of the other stuff they sell in other places. Yeah, bucket fries from Jollibee's. And by the way, real quick, this is my outfit for day 3. I bought this like I was wearing this hoodie that I got from online from an artist called Sanglam Arts, and then also I was wearing this Magikarp bag that I recently got from Little Tokyo by another local artist called Picolin Studios. I love Magikarp. You guys know why I love Magikarp. But I'm bringing this up because I actually like this actually brought up quite a few conversations. Like even though I wasn't cosplaying, I actually ended up talking to quite a few people because they liked my outfit. They liked the outfit that I was wearing. I would get a picture of the fit like myself, but I didn't really feel like it. But I actually got some compliments on my outfits and started doing some conversations, ending up some conversations. So while I was waiting in line for my yakitori, someone came to me and was like, "Oh, your hoodie's really cute. Did you get it from here?" And I think a couple people actually asked me that, but I was like, "No, I actually got it from this artist, from online." So I was actually kind of nice to promote this artist, but this hoodie is so cute. I love it so much. So I got a lot of compliments on that, and I also struck up a conversation because they liked my Magikarp bag, and it was it was awesome, really cute. This Magikarp bag is also really goated because you can see like how it looks like a sling bag, right? But you can see how there's a zipper on the bag on the top. You can actually zip it out into 2 straps and then reclip it, so it can either be a sling bag or it can be like a regular backpack you wear. It's awesome. I don't know why no one else has done this before. It's such a neat bag, and it's so cute too. Yeah, I struck up some conversations because of my outfit and what I was wearing, and it was really nice. I love meeting people. They were also really nice, and it was so nice talking to them. And also, while I was waiting in line for the ikayaki, I was just re-listening to some songs, especially like Nikori Chosatai and Showtime Ruler, because they were played at the Project Sekai panel. And I was just vibing, minding my own business. I had my headphones in, and I was dancing along to the music. And honestly, I thought it was pretty lame dancing. I was just sort of vibing out. But after I got my ikayaki, I went out, and I went out to go look for a place to sit. And I went across the area, and some guy who was like 30-40 feet away from the stall I was sitting at, as I walked past them, he was like, "Hey, by the way, I really like your dancing." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, wait, you were watching that?" I was like literally just vibing. Thank you so much. So maybe I was onto something, but I don't know. I think that was so funny that someone even talked to me because I started dancing just to my music in my own headphones. But yeah, that was fun. I sat down, ate, and then I met up with my sister. She did some panels. I was also providing just some support to my friends, but yeah. Afterwards, I think that was the main thing I did with my day. Afterwards, we just sort of took one last lap around like Artist Alley and stuff like that, and then we wrapped it up for the day. I wanted to call it an early day because I had to get ready for my flight back to college. But yeah, so that was for Mass Kurtis. I wish I I want to do more dance videos. I swear. I'm still practicing. It's just, I think I want to do it properly with the 3D model. But yeah, so this was, that was my Anime Expo. I didn't get to go to day 4, but it was still eventful enough. And I don't know. I always enjoy coming to Anime Expo every year. So yeah, that was my convention. Yeah. Does anyone have? Anyone have any questions? Yeah. That was AX this year. I guess my thoughts. I don't know. I like the fact that they opened up. I guess I should talk about what changed from last year because I have been. This is my 10th time at Anime Expo, so I am a very long time goer. I do really enjoy that they opened up, that they rented out the entire street this time, all of Figueroa Street, because that was just a place for like people to, all the people like for people to like, for like really mean people to just gather and make fun of the convention goers and stuff. And like also just like a traffic jam, just waiting. Also just a terrible traffic jam. That was, I think it was honestly a good decision that they rented out that street that they can, or to rent out that street. But yeah, I guess, but everything else was like mostly the same layout as last year, except for the fact that the exhibit hall was in the entertainment hall this time. Well, the exhibit hall was in the artist alley this time a little bit, but it was really nice coming to AX again, and I don't know. That's just my it's just so much fun. I'm really glad I came in cosplay this year because I don't think I cosplayed last year, but I'm really glad I came in cosplay. I got to meet a lot of fun people, a lot of nice people to talk to, and actually way more than I usually talk to, because normally I'm really used to just blending in with the crowd, and like not really engaging. Like I'm totally fine with just blending in with the crowd. I don't need to be noticed, but I guess it was nice even so to still get to talk to people even on day 3 when I was not in full cosplay. So but yeah, I had a lot to but yeah, after that I was like really kind of mentally stressed because I know, again, introvert, so I needed a lot of time to like come and reset my brain, like mentally recover. I was actually kind of stressed by the end of the 3rd day because I was I'm not gonna lie, I started getting it in my head. I was really stressed out about getting my face on camera because I'm very like shy about that. And I was really scared of like, oh, am I in the background of any people's pictures? Is my face gonna get posted online? And some anxieties that normally aren't like very, like some anxieties started getting, because I was really tired, started getting amped up a little. I'm not usually a very anxious person, but I guess I just started getting a little anxious at the end. So I needed some time to come and recover. So I'm in a good mental state now. And like I said at the top of the stream, I came back to college, so that's been happening. I started my college classes, and then Thursday happened where my dad went to the hospital and got his head stitched back up. He's fine, and now we're here. So yeah. Oh my gosh, okay, how? Yeah, so I did my best to like explain AX in depth, because I don't think I explained it very in depth the past few other years that I talked about it. So I really wanted to like show like a little graphic and try to be as clear as I was talking about, because I know people haven't been to AX. So there are a lot of people you could probably talk to when it comes to Anime Expo that have a much more cynical view of the convention, because, you know, it's so like, because, you know, it's so big and so crowded. And I mean, so many people have more cynical views, but I guess I think I'm just like inherently optimistic. But I hope you guys enjoy this. Like, I think this is a bit of a, like, probably a I probably have a take that I don't think you'll see from a lot of other people, because I am a lot more optimistic, first of all, but also, at least I like to think I understand Anime Expo, considering I've been going for so long, and also my cousin works at Anime Expo, so I've gotten a little bit of a behind the scenes type of view. Of course, I don't know everything that goes on in Anime Expo. I know there are some things that happen in Anime Expo that aren't great, but I don't know. I hope at least you guys appreciate that there's like a I at the very least feel like I have probably a more positive view of the convention. I will say though, considering how expensive it is for just the ticket alone, I don't know. I don't know if I would recommend it for people to come. Again, I also have this view because I've been going every year. And I don't usually come for any one particular thing in general. Because I've been so many times that, like, I'm not usually very excited about, like, oh, I get to have this, like, once in a lifetime chance to meet so-and-so, because for me, you know, it's like the fact that I'm in Los Angeles. It's like, for me, Disneyland isn't a once in a lifetime thing. So, for me, I feel like what I appreciate a lot more as a long-time convention goer isn't necessarily what is happening at Anime Expo, but the people that go to Anime Expo. I think some of my fondest memories of AX always have to do with the people I get to meet with there and interact with, and the people I spend time with, and rather than doing things for, I guess, my own personal enjoyment. I guess is personal enjoyment the right word? So, I guess where I'm going with this is that I think AX is a lot more fun with friends. For me, since I don't have like a hard itinerary, I'm not like my sister where I'm crazy about certain VAs or certain people. I can appreciate the work of VAs, but I'm not to the point where I want to I'm not gonna fanboy over anyone. So, I think for me, or any anime convention is always a lot more fun with friends if you have people to talk about, and I think having people to interact with has always been my fondest memories of AX. So, that's my tip if you ever do want to come. Just bring a friend, but you don't have to come. I do think you could, since I've visited some smaller anime conventions by this point as well, I think you can get a nice experience as well just from your local anime convention. But then again, I don't value the same things as you guys probably do. So, you know, I'm a veteran of AX. I've been so many times that there isn't exactly, I guess I don't have the same sense of novelty as everyone else does. So, I just hope that if anyone who watches this or does come to AX, I just hope you don't get too stressed out about it. Please don't get too stressed about panels or anything, or trying to make to everything on time. I hope you can enjoy the atmosphere and just getting to be there. And I don't know, if I can do anything to make people's convention time at AX better, I will do my best. So I think there were a couple times. I remember on the first day I listened to someone. I was listening to someone on the escalator, wondering where stuff was, so I gave them some directions. So if I can do anything to help guide people around Anime Expo, I will. I probably will, because anything to make it less stressful and more fun for everyone else. That makes it more fun for me too. I genuinely enjoy doing that kind of thing. My hair is too short still. Okay. I'll keep that in mind next time I find myself in LA. You know what, actually, I think I was in Little Tokyo about a week before Anime Expo. And there was just some guy who was just walking around. I just passed by and I just heard him be like, "Where's the matcha in this place?" And I was like, "Hey," I just stopped like my sister and my her friend were like in a rush to get somewhere, but I was just like, you guys go, I'll catch up. And like I just stopped and gave them some directions. I was like, hey, yeah, you can find I'm not personally a person. I don't really like matcha drinks because I've been doing Japanese tea ceremonies, so I'm kind of a purist. But I just was like, I know where they are, so just go to these places. So yeah. No, he literally said in that tone. He was like, "Where's the matcha?" In this, that's literally how he said it. It was so funny. He's got a stronger Valley accent than me, and I'm from the Valley. But yeah, that was AX 2026. I managed to make the recap a whole 2 hours this time because I actually prepared in advance. Actually, you know what? One little story I forgot to mention. On the first day, I knew my sister wanted to go to a panel by the end of the day. It was so much so that normally we get picked up around 6:30. My sister wanted to get picked up by 7:30 just to go to this one panel. It was the like the Billy panel at AX, and first of all, it was a complete disaster. She was like, the panel started at 6, so she was like, oh, we should probably start lining up at like around 5:30. I went off on my own a little bit to do some shopping, and one of my sister's friends, my sister called me like, oh, hey, one of my friends liked one of the clothes that you sent me. I didn't want it, but they wanted it. So they're gonna come to your location where you are right, to go buy it. And I was like, okay, yes, I'm in the area, so I'll wait for them to come pick it up. And this is around 5 p.m., right? And I'm like, okay, so they're gonna come pick you up. And it's like, so this is like 5:05 p.m. 20 minutes later, they have not shown up yet. It only takes maybe 10 minutes max to get from the South Hall to the West Hall in Anime Expo. Usually, for me, it's just like 5 minutes, but like 10 minutes if you don't know. It's been 20 minutes, she's not here yet. I'm like, where the heck is she? I call my sister again. Oh, my sister calls me again. It's like, hey, and then she's like, oh, okay, hey, by the way, I haven't started lining up for my panel yet. I'm still waiting on my other friend. And I'm like, wait, so you're sitting somewhere just waiting for your friend? What are they doing? And I'm like, also, your other friend has not met me here at the West Hall yet. I don't know where they are. So I'm like, I cannot line up for your panel for you. And she's like, oh, okay, well, can you go line up? No, I think she asked me to go line up for her panel. I'm like, well, your friend isn't here yet, so I'm gonna see if your friend gets here in the next 10 minutes, before I start lining up for your panel. So now it's 5:30. It's like 5:35. Finally, my sister's friend shows up. She's like, yeah, sorry, I got a little bit lost. So I'm like, okay, here, the stop you want to go to is in the back. So I go and point her in the direction. Then I go line up my sister's panel, right? I get in line, and the line starts moving, and I call and I'm like, I'm spent 10 minutes in line. She's still not here. I'm like, okay, I guess she's still waiting on her friend. Like, so it's been like 20 minutes. She's still waiting on her friend. She isn't here yet. I would have thought she would have been here by now. And the line starts moving because they start getting people into the panel room to go sit down. And then I call my sister. It's like 10 minutes. It's like 10 minutes of the panel, and I'm like, hey, the line's moving. I'm like literally going inside right now. Like the line went outside, but now I'm starting to go inside, and I'm going to enter the panel room. And she's like, I don't know where you are. What do you mean? I'm like, she keeps being like, I don't know where you are. What do you mean? I'm trying my best to get there. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? You've been to Anime Expo just as many times as I have. You know exactly where this panel room is. You even told me where the panel was taking place, and you gave me direction to come here. I don't know what you mean. I am entering Petrie Hall, which is the panel room. I am entering Petrie Hall right now. I'm entering the doorway to go inside, and I'm going to enter. And I'm like calling her. I'm on the phone as I'm walking towards the entrance, and I'm like, hey sis. I'm like approaching the panel, like the panel entrance. If you want to get in line with me, I'm 20 feet. 15 feet, approaching the hall, approaching the entrance. And she's like, I don't know where you are. I don't know where you are. I'm like, how do you not know where I am? you know exactly what cosplay I'm wearing. You've been watching me practice this for the past like 2 weeks. I'm wearing bright pink. I am, you literally know exactly where the entrance is. What do you mean you don't know where it is? And then I start standing outside the entrance while the rest of the line starts going into the panel room. I'm standing outside the entrance of the panel room. The staff is telling me, hey, you can't stand there. I'm like holding up my hand. I'm like, sis, I'm literally holding up my hand. I'm right by the entrance to the room. I don't know how to give you more clear instructions. I'm literally to the entrance to Petrie Hall, where the panel room that you have been to before, that you know exactly where it is, that you told me how to get to. I'm literally at the entrance. I cannot give you any more clear instructions. And she's like, I don't know where you are. I don't know where you are. And then eventually I'm like, okay, I have to go inside. I have to step into the panel room because because I can't be waiting for this. This is not even a panel I'm invested in. I'm just here to let my sister come watch. I finally step inside, but I wait just inside the entrance, and I hear over the phone my sister being like, "Oh, do you know? She's talking to one of the staff. Have you seen my brother? He's like has like pink hair, and he was like standing outside the entrance." And then I heard the staff over the phone be like, "Was he wearing like a pink dress?" And my sister was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Okay, you know, I saw him. Don't worry, I'll take you to the entrance." Keep in mind, by the way, my sister is a year and a half older than me. And then finally she leads them. Then finally. They come finally, the staff member graciously lets my sister skip the line and get into the panel where I'm waiting for her, and she was like, man, I must have ran past you like 3 times. How did I miss you? I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how to give you more clear instructions. How did you miss the bright pink like femboy standing outside the entrance to the hall that you literally told me how to get to, that you know exactly where it is because we've been here for over a decade? I don't know. I can't. You couldn't even line up. I don't even know what you were doing. I don't know how your friend got lost for 30 minutes. I don't know what you were doing waiting for your friend, not lining up for your own panel. And the thing that gets me the most, we go in and the panel starts, right? And we start watching the panel, and they're doing like previews of like Chinese-made Billy shows and stuff like that, right? And we're like watching this episode 1 of like a new season. And I like halfway through, I look over at my sister and her friends, and they're all on their phones. And I'm like, wait, you guys aren't watching the panel? I thought you wanted to come here. And my sister was like, no, I'm just here for the freebies. And I'm like, no way. No way we stayed an extra hour at the convention. No way you made me line up for you at your own at this panel so you could get in just so you could get some freebies. I swear to God. There is no freaking way. I am sitting here watching this panel, freezing my ass off because the air conditioning is so dang cold, and my legs are bare, my shoulders are bare, and sitting here for an extra hour when I could have gone home so you could get your damn freebies. So when I said earlier that my sister likes freebies, I think you should get an idea how much she likes freebies. Oh my God. Okay, to be fair to her, apparently there was also a show that she was at least semi-interested in that she wanted to see at this panel, but they just didn't make an announcement for it at that panel. But in the moment, when she was telling me that, all she told me was, oh, I'm just here for the freebies. And I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God, sis. There's no way. I cannot believe it. To be fair, I'm not like, I don't mind. It like this was no work off my shoulder, right? Like all I had to do was just sit in a place, give some directions, and then get in the line. Like it was like no sweat off my back when it came just lining up for my sister's panel. I'm just astounded at my sister's actions on that day. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not crashing out over the fact that, like, she made me wait in line. Sure, whatever. I don't mind the fact that I had to wait in line for her. I'm crashing out of the fact that I don't know how she could be this incompetent. Like, okay, like, I'm gonna be real, she's not, like, the smartest cookie in the book, but she has, like, she has like basic smarts. I'm not gonna say like common sense. I grew up with people telling me, oh, well, just use your common sense. I don't have, but like I didn't have common sense growing up. I hate that. I don't like saying to people, oh, where's your common sense? But it just doesn't make sense in terms of my sister when she has been here. I think she's been to Anime Expo an extra year than I have. So she should know it even better than me, especially because of the fact that she goes to panels more than me. I think the one person who knows, that I know that knows AX better than me is my sister. And it just astounds me at the level of incompetency that she showed on that day. And also, I have no clue how her friend got lost for 30 minutes. She just, like, for all I know, she went to the back rooms. I have no clue what happened. Cause it's like a straight line. Here, I have to show you guys the friggin' the map again. You see that? That's a straight line. That hall is a straight line from the south hall to the west hall. Where did she go? Where did she go? She said she was on her way. I don't know where she went. It's literally a straight line. I can't. I was like, where did she go? Whatever. Anyways, my pick's the smartest cookie in the book. Yeah. No, my god. Oh my god. It's kind of funny in retrospect. I have no clue. I have no clue where her friend went. It's literally a straight line. It's a hallway. There's no left or right you can make. There's just one way. I don't get how you could get lost for 30 minutes. It's a 5-minute walk. And then I have no idea what my sister was doing. What was her friend doing that she needed to wait 30 minutes for her friend and couldn't line up for her own panel? I literally have no clue what was going on. I was just sitting for like 30 minutes being like, what are they doing? Whatever. Anyways, it's just raising older siblings is hard work. You're so true, Rebel Red. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Anyways, there's my crash out for AX. It wasn't it's, again, I don't care. Like, my sister, she's built different, you know? I have no clue what was going, well, I just don't know what was going through her mind. Whatever. I can get past the fact that I had to line up for her own thing. It just astounds me the fact that she could not find me. I don't know. Literally, how do we share genes? How do we share genes? Sis, I don't understand. She's actually like the exact opposite of me, I swear. Whatever. It's fine. I'm good. Boy Scout Kurtis pulls out his map and compass. Those are part of the 10 essentials as a Boy Scout. Yeah, I would like to be a helpful guide at NPC. That sounds like fun. Yeah. Anyways. Thumbs up to me being the helpful guide NPC that has to get in line for my sister because she cannot get in her own lines. I'm gonna go to my own sister. Well, let's hope that your sister shows a little bit more spatial awareness than, or just general awareness than my sister showed on that day. Because I'm gonna be real, that was, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm her brother, I would consider that, I would have thought that would be a little bit inconsiderate of her making me line up for her. And then her not even being able to you know, whatever, I'm gonna stop. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Oh yeah, also there was gonna be a Vocaloid concert with Teddy Lloyd on the 3rd day, but because I had to go home and, you know, pack up, I couldn't attend the concert. That would have been cool to go to, but didn't end up happening because I was like, I gotta go home. Yeah, Teddy Lloyd was there. My sis isn't personally that invested in Vocaloid. She was like, I'm not gonna go unless you go, Kurtis. And I was like, well, as much as I would love to go, I can't go because I have to go pack my bags to go for a flight. So I have to go get ready and get some good sleep. So yeah. By the way, in Sydney, Australia right now. Wow, yeah, busy man. You know what? The MC for the Project Sekai concert, or the Project Sekai panel at Anime Expo, I just saw like a couple days ago. Then he went to Paris for Japan Expo. I was like, oh my god, there's no freaking way he was just in AX in Los Angeles and then went all the way to Paris for another freaking convention. Oh my god, for Project Sekai. Very busy. Yes, Paris. Japan Expo in Paris. Busy. I guess it's that time of year. Yeah, I hope he's paid well too. I want to keep seeing him do the Project Sekai panels because God, he's so good at it and he's passionate too. I want, please keep him on your payroll, Project Sekai. He was literally like, oh yeah, by the way, here are the rewards. During the Project Sekai panel, he was like, here are the rewards for the Anime Expo campaign login. Guys, I'm so sorry. I know you guys want crystals. I'm gonna talk to the higher ups and see if we can get crystals for you guys. But for now, here we got some vouchers. I swear next year, I will try to get you guys crystals. He is on the player's side. He is trying to get crystals for us so we can get more 10-fulls. Oh my gosh, please never fire this man. Please, never fire him. He's so based. Ugh. W. He's... I have to learn what's his name? Oh my gosh, I gotta get his name. But he's, oh my gosh, yeah, he is on our side. He is for the people. So yeah. Please, I don't know if you're hearing this colorful stage. Hatsune Miku colorful stage Ian. Please keep him on your payroll. Please. My character's an Akito all the time. I swear, Project Sekai loves giving me Honami. I haven't logged into Project Sekai in a while though. I probably should. I just got back into Genshin after a while, and HSR. I got Sandrone, so that was cool. But I gotta work on that. I also got my C2 seat lolly for Amber, so my Amber does like 400k now. It's awesome. You got Sandrone? Yeah! I like her character. I've always liked characters that have like... I don't know why, I've always had an affinity for like... mechanical robot characters. I don't know why. Like characters that like ask the question of like... like they're machines, but are they human? But like they look human and they act human. I've always had an affinity for those kinds of characters, so I kind of like Sandrone. Phase. I lost 105 pulls on Sandrone. To be fair, if one makes you feel any better, Black Cat, I lost both of my 50/50s and went to High Pity to get my C2 seat lolly. No. So my Sandrone was I'll be honest, I did wail a little bit just to get C2 seat lolly because I was like I need a different Amber, but like oh god, I feel I did not like the money. I did not like I had to spend money, but I did end up getting Sandrone because the game gave me enough pulls, and because I lost my 50/50 twice, I was guaranteed for to win my next one, so that was cool. I wish we got Polonia too. I really wish we had Polonia. Oh, it would have been so nice to have Polonia. I will say they did do a good. They did do a alright good job of writing in Polonia's quote unquote death and why he couldn't be and why they couldn't bring him back. I know it's probably the writing was probably done in service of like, oh, we just don't want to make Polonia playable, so we'll because having that big of a guy would probably take up a lot of screen space. So, I don't know. It's probably just the writing is probably just to help excuse the fact that they don't have Polonia. But I will say the writers did a good job with that. But I still wish we got Polonia. That's good for free premos. Yeah, I got a lot of free premos and was able to get Sandrone. So maybe now I can finally use the Yaya Miko that I pulled for all those years ago because I never used Miko. Even though I don't really like her because she's a little bit too manipulative, but it's okay. Yeah. I love Polonia. He's so cool. Especially when he went toe-to-toe with the Rei Hiro Sonlari. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I just wish we had Polonia, man. Polonia would have been so cool. Just to punch freaking people that were like, even like to shoot the missiles. It would have been so awesome. But it's okay. I'll take it. It's fine. Also, they should have kept Sandrone having a long skirt, but that's a conversation for another time. Okay. Hey. So now that I'm back, I guess I'm still gonna spend some time in classes, but I don't know. I gotta get back to work. No, we're not gonna get into that conversation. But I guess there's a lot of work to do. I don't know. I still got some stuff I need to upload in terms of clips and stuff. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I still need to do some video editing. And then I've still got to work on putting on a new cover and everything. Oh my gosh, there's just a lot of... Ugh, I'm getting ADHD paralysis because I'm thinking of all the stuff I need to do. And then the 5th anniversary is actually coming up because that's going to be in about 2 months. 2.5 months, we're going to be celebrating our 5th anniversary. So I got to get ready for that too. I don't know if the stuff I wanted to have ready for my 5th anniversary is going to be ready by then. So we might just do a bit of a smaller celebration for the 5th anniversary stream, but maybe sacrificing Columbina and the toy boss battle just to annoy Sandrone into coming home. I'm so sorry, Black Cat. I wish you the best of luck for Sandrone. It makes you feel any better. I did have to wail a little bit. I don't feel good about it, but I did. I definitely had to wail for Seat Lolly, so yeah, I got stuff I need to work on. Also class. And then, oh my gosh, and then next month I'm gonna be going to Montreal to go to Otakuthon, which is another anime convention, to meet up with Victory and Lance, and then hopefully a couple other friends, which will not be named here, but yeah, we're going to Montreal in Canada. I'm going around the world this this summer. So it's not Anime Expo isn't the end. Isn't gonna be the end for me. We're gonna go meet. I'm gonna get to meet some of my longtime VTuber friends for the first time in person. Yeah, Mr. Worldwide. I know last year they got to meet up, and I didn't get to, but I wasn't able to show up. So this year, I determined that I am gonna show up. I've already got the plane and tickets and stuff and like hotels booked and everything. So maybe we'll see something like that. Yeah, I'm really excited too. But that is another story for when that happens. For now, I'll focus on I gotta focus on what's in front of me, which is all my classes. Okay. Canada is. Sure, it'll be my first time in Canada proper. I think I went to Canada once, but it was for like 2 hours. Because we were on a cruise and we spent like when I was a kid, and then we spent a little bit on a landing in Canada, and like we were there for like 3 hours and then probably left. I don't remember much of it, so yeah, I think I was literally in there for 2 hours. It should be summer, so I don't think it'll be too cold in Montreal. Honestly, it might just be a pleasant for me. Summer, I wonder if summer in Montreal is just gonna feel like a nice winter day for me. A nice LA winter day. Yeah. Yeah, sorry I've been gone, but so much, but we're back. And I guess I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed being me to share AX with you guys. It's always, I always really enjoy AX. And I'll always be there. You know, I feel like there's pressure for me to go to AX every year now, because I almost missed it this year, but my mom ended up flying me back over the summer. There was like a chance I wasn't going to get flown back to LA over the summer, but I did. So I ended up going to AX. Now I feel like I have to keep the streak going, because I've been going to AX consecutively every year. I haven't missed a year since 2015. Now I feel like I have to go every year. Thank you, this guy, do a Canada winter. Yeah, can you imagine? I've never had to drive on ice. I've never had to shovel snow. Can you imagine? Okay. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I yapped a lot. It's only been 2.5 hours, but I guess this time I was like, constantly talking the entire time. I'm actually kind of tired. You guys think this is a good time to wrap up? Using brain energy. Yeah, I had to think about my script and I didn't really have a script. I just had like everything that was going on. I just had like a slideshow and I just winged it. But this was using a lot of brain energy for me. 'Cause normally we just don't really think a lot. Maybe because it's warm. It's warm in my room. It's much warmer because I don't have AC. It's actually not as hot in my room as I thought it was gonna be. Considering how hot it was when I first came to this apartment in my room, I think maybe it's just I've gotten better at managing the temperature in this room, and like, you know, I don't really care about keeping the door closed and basically turning this place into a sauna. I just have my window fully open and letting air circulate. I've pointed a fan out my window so then that way air can actually properly circulate in this apartment, so it's actually not that warm. So, or it's not, I mean, certainly not like 92 degrees like it was that one time after I finished stream and looked at the temperature. So, I'm not cooking myself alive, but it is still a bit warm. Oh, that's nice. But it is probably getting a bit late. I think we should wrap up. Is there anyone I can raid? Is anyone streaming right now? I guess since we got raided by Silva at the top, I should probably raid someone else. Victory's streaming right now. They're playing... Oh my god, I totally forgot they're still playing Stardew Valley. Holy crap. I've got to unmute this. Oh my gosh, they're playing like Stardew Valley again. I totally forgot. I need to join them for Stardew Valley. We had a Stardew Valley thing going on. I forgot. What's for dinner? Oh, I'm cooking my own dinner, so I can tell you. I'm probably gonna make some curry because I have some curry that I forgot about. I bought a couple of days, like the other day, I bought some lemongrass marinated pork from the supermarket because it was on sale, and actually it was super tasty, so I have some left over. So I'm probably gonna pair that with curry and rice, and I think either we're going to have, I'm gonna make, what? I have cabbage or bok choy, I suppose. I've got both in the fridge. Alright. Let's see here. That's what we're having for dinner. Okay. We could raid... I'm not raiding Hakos Bales. I don't want to raid Hakos Bales. Yummy. Okay. There'll be cute food pics posted later. Sure, I can post my the fruits of my labor. Sure. All right. Do you guys wanna? You guys wanna go to Uncle Victory's house, or do you want to go to Lucina's house? I don't know if there's anyone else streaming that I know off the top of my head. Because Plum isn't streaming right now. Whose house do you guys want to go to? Oh, nope, okay, Lucina's ending. Okay, maybe I'll just drop you guys off at Victory's house then. Okay, I'll... Okay, yeah, you know what? I'll drop you guys off at Uncle Victory's house. Okay. Let's see here. Victory is currently playing Stardew Valley with a bunch of my other friends. So... That should be fun. What do you guys think we should stream? I don't know if you guys... I mean, I don't have any ideas at the moment, but like, upcoming. I mean, of course it's my channel, but I mean, like... I don't have any, like, big stream ideas at the moment, I guess. I mean, we got Deltarune, but I mean... Any cool games going on? I guess I could... I mean, I still gotta finish up Deltarune Chapter 5. I still gotta finish up Deltarune Chapter 5. But... Oh my gosh, wait, Mecha Chameleon. I'm so upset because Puns and a bunch of my other my other friends like Victory, we're gonna do this big Mecha Chameleon collab together. And I was like, oh my gosh, playing Mecha Chameleon with a bunch of other VTubers would be so much fun. And they did it on the first day of Anime Expo. I couldn't join. I couldn't join because Anime Expo was going on. I was so upset. Ah! I want to play Mecha Chameleon so bad. I need to find a group to play with. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Maybe we'll do that. I'm so upset. I need to find a group of VTubers to play Mecha. I wanna engage with more VTuber groups, honestly. Like, I don't know. I feel like I tend to be very solitary, but I really do want to reach out and meet new VTubers. It's just hard because, I'll be honest, I have been kind of slacking on my socials. Yeah. Mecha Community Night. We could. I mean, I can't draw, by the way. I think that makes it funnier. I mean. You got into Mecha Chameleon. You can just say Millie. You can just say Millie. I think me, Millie, Dolphin, and Lance, we were trying to get something set up for Mecha Chameleon, but because AX is coming up and Lance is also busy, we kind of put it on hold. So maybe yeah. Chat connection to link out people. Respect not naming other streamers' role. It's fine. If they're my friends, it's okay. I don't mind. Millie's my friend. I mean, if you guys want to link me up with people, that'd be fun. But also, I would feel bad if you guys went like, hey, like actually no, you guys shouldn't. Definitively, you guys should not be going into other streamers' chats and being like, hey, so and so wants to collab with you. Definitively no. But I got something out there. Yeah. Gee, try hard. I mean, yeah, it's okay. But no, I've got to get VTubers to play Mech Chameleon. I swear. That would have been such a good Mech Chameleon to be in. I couldn't join. I'm so upset. But yeah. So yeah. I'll have to find another group to play Mech Chameleon with. Yeah. I'll send you guys over to Victory's house because they're playing. Because he's playing Stardew Valley. Go say hi to Austin, which is Victory's cat. He's currently sitting in the bottom right corner. You don't have to say hi to Victory. Just say hi to Austin. just pet the cat. I'm kidding. Of course, say hi to Victory. Here we go. Raid message is. Hold on. Yeah, Victory's got two cats named Austin and Chunk. Austin's the orange one. Chunk is the chunky black fur one. But yeah. But yeah, it's currently sitting. Victory has like a cat cam and it's so cute. Please go say hi to Victory. Okay. But what's okay. Raid alert. Steal the show. Please make sure to go say that to Victory. I think Victory's literally the only person I know that's live right now. So go say hi to Victory. Yeah. Say that in the raid. Say that in the chat to make sure Victory knows you're from us. And yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for listening to me yap about AX, about Anime Expo, my beloved convention. And I'll see you guys next year for the next AX, and also next week I'll try to put my stream schedule out sometime on Monday. I'll have to think about when I want to stream. But yeah. Okay. I will see you guys next time. And I'll also get to work because I think I've had enough resting time, so now I can go back to my VTuber stuff. Okay. Bye 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 bye. Atsuhashi. Bye bye everyone. Have a good night. See ya.